All right, sorry I'm late, everyone, but we are here. Let's see, we good to go. Can everyone hear me? I don't know if you can hear me or not, but we're about 25 minutes late. I I think this is the longest that we've been late. I think on record. No, I remember we used to be late like 30, 45 minutes with universe mode. Never start on time. Just I'm sorry about that. But we're here. I'm gonna wait a few minutes because I know people probably expect us to start at 1 o'clock. We never did. Um, ran into some behind the scenes things, but we are finally live and ready to go here. How are we doing today on this Saturday? This Saturday, June 29th, 2024. June has came and flew by, literally. We were, I thought that we were at the beginning of the month. It was summertime. Like it feels like June outside. Maybe it feels more like August outside where I'm at. But and then like it's over, and now July it starts on Monday. So I mean, like and there's not a single Universe Mode episode up. And I really apologize for that. But we're gonna wait a few seconds before getting started, giving you guys the updates. As the pen comment says, we are back with live streams. I'm gonna try to do live streams maybe twice a month. Don't hold me to that. Two, 3 times a month, maybe. Um, just for more interaction with the channel and more uploads on the channel. I've been noticing a lot of people been doing that in the community, and I want to showcase that. I'm also collaborating with some other universe modes, and we're doing like a weekly or monthly call with some creators too on Discord. I'm looking forward to that as well. But we're here. Thank you guys so much for the support the last few weeks. You guys really supported the interviews, especially on the podcast side. We officially hit 2,100 plays on the Train Talks podcast. Couldn't done it without you guys. Um, and we're gonna get things going here with this stream. So what's today's agenda? So today we're going to be talking about everything universe mode. So I've gotten a lot of questions, comments, concerns, emails about everything regarding all of the CTP universe modes that we're going with channel, regarding the new directions that we're going in with season 8, regarding the new direction that we're going in with my mode and universe mode war. I've gotten a lot of questions. I got a lot of people asking what's going on, why you're doing this, what's going on with that. I'm here to talk about everything and just clear everything up in a live stream instead of just making a separate community tab post that a lot of people don't read that much. Um, the community tabs, they're good, but you guys don't read them because I'm still getting the same questions over and over and over again. So I feel like clearing it up in a live stream will be better, and it's going to be organized, and y'all can just lay it out here, ask any question that you guys want to have. I will answer it here today in this stream, address all of your concerns, comments, even some of the emails I've gotten. I'm going to address some of them live, about some of the things that people have been asking me about in the last few weeks. So let's start off with season 8. So season 8, we announced last week that there was going to be a change to season 8 in the scheduling model, that we're going to have a pay-per-view model starting after Big Bang and after the first AEW pay-per-view is premiered and done. What do I mean by that? So instead of having weekly television for season 8, which was consist of Collision, RH, and Dynamite, we're going to go a pay-per-view only model. The reason why we're doing this is because the weekly television has taken so long to produce, has taken so long to edit, has taken so long to get things together for, that it is kind of like taking a way longer than I expected for these episodes to come out. And yes, they're doing great numbers wise. I mean, season 8 episodes have been almost about an average of 600 plus views a video, which is freaking great. I never expected them to do this great um every time they come out. That's not the problem. It's just the amount of time that they take to come out. And considering that the people that are working on season 8, they have their own things going on, or IRL things going on, it is kind of hard for me to consistently get out the quality that I'm looking for the season 8 shows. Partly being because of the games that I'm working with. WWE 2K24 is a fun game, but is a more arcadey game than anything else. And with the CTP format, especially with the main series, we strive on realism a lot. We strive on getting accurate camera angles that you guys see within the WWE television shows or AEW television shows now. And we strive on giving you some of the most unique universe mode content out there. It's kind of hard to do that in these games. And if WWE 2K19 was still functioning, still working, community creations was still up, I 9 times out of 10 I probably would have had like half of seasons. Well, not I'm gonna say half. We would have been through the first month or two of season 8, 100%. It's just with WWE 2K23 and WWE 2K24, because we are using both games. We're still using both games. I still haven't been able to fully move over. A lot of people in our crew haven't been able to move over yet neither. It's a more challenge to get episodes out. So my thing with sacrificing not having the shows, weekly shows, is to make the pay-per-views an event. You guys seen how WrestleMania was an event. Everybody showed up. It did very, very great. A lot of people loved WrestleMania London. It was produced on 4 games. Was it 3 or 4 games? I think it was the first Universe Mode episode, I think, to use like 3 or 4 games in it. And it was a history making show, and I am proud of the 5 hours that we had for both nights. I'm proud of how they came out. I love those shows. It was fun commentating those shows and fun seeing your reactions to those shows. So I know the pay-per-views are always going to be quality. I know the pay-per-views are always going to be the standard. So to make things work with our current life structure, I'm currently going into my senior year of college. Okay. So what does that mean? Senior year of college is the most rough year of college. Junior year took a lot out of me just to even continue, making content and stuff. It took a lot out of me mentally. Um, and junior year was rough as well. So with senior year, I want to like really, really like cut back on the amount of shows that I produce, not with weekly, like weekly television wise, because I'm involved with Universe Mode War, which is we'll talk about that in a second. I'm also involved with 2 of the shows of Universe Mode of the CTP Universe Mode, because we had producers helping me with that, but that you know things happen and they can't physically help me anymore with those shows. So I'm doing 2 of them now. I'm not doing Dynamite. Dynamite's being produced by 2 people. Um, I'm on Collision. I'm on RH. I don't write Collision. Someone else writes Collision, but I have to produce it. I also produce RH on my own now. Now I do get help from on certain aspects of the show, depending on the person. They might come in and help me out, but that's a fee. I have to charge them to help me. Because that's extra. So I looking at this logically, and with me doing Universe Mode War on the side as well, and also me trying to invest more into my tech career going into the fall and spring years, because I'm trying to get my first big tech job next year. I'm trying to start graduate school next year as well. So, well, within the next 2 years as well. So I'm looking at it from that perspective that something has to go. Now, I did not want to get rid of the Universe Mode series, because that's the bread and butter. That's the cream of the crop. That's why most of you are here. You are here for the CTP Universe Mode series. I did not want to get rid of Universe Mode War, because that's my passion project. Because that's going to be the people that's the future. That's the people that are going to take the spots of the current people that are working here. Okay, so I need that series to lay that foundation for the future. And my mode is not my thing anymore. No, I don't focus on my mode anymore. I gave that to my cousin. So he's focusing on that. And we'll talk about that in just a few minutes time, because I got criticism on that too, because he's on my you gave it to the cousin that, we'll talk about the email. It's kind of ridiculous. So with universe mode, I still want to do it. I still want to do it. I have so many ideas for it, but you know, as you get into this business, and you get into this content creating thing, and I was talking to my creative director, we had hard conversations on this. He was talking about me potentially freelancing some of this stuff, and letting paying people to do some of this stuff for me. That's where a point where I want to get as well, where I have a full-time editor that I pay for monthly, and they edit all my videos. All I have to do is just sit down and record. That's the point where I want to get eventually. But that takes time, that takes money. And I have to properly invest back into YouTube while also getting my life together to properly invest into my tech dreams as well, and to my education. So this is why, in a nutshell, why season 8 will be a pay-per-view model. This is the reason why. Because it's about maintaining the quality content that we have here, but also, continuing, you know, the foundation that was laid. Because someone asked me this the other day, and the other week or so, they said, "Do I still love doing universe mode, or is it about the money?" I'll be honest with y'all. When I don't upload, I don't make anything. I don't. So whenever a universe mode episode does not come out, I don't make any money. It's not a, a flow of cash that's coming in here. I have to upload to make money. And YouTube was never going to be that big investment that was going to be here. You know, that was going to be like, this is going to be a full-time thing. No, this is always going to be something that I do for fun. It was never going to be a big thing. A lot of people expected me to go full-time with this eventually. And I had conversations with a lot of people that I would eventually love to go full-time. I would love to go full-time with YouTube. I think that me going full-time with YouTube would be a wonderful thing. But is that in the cups in the next 2 to 3 years? No. No. I can't. I can't do this full-time. You know. Um I can't constantly upload every single week. No, I can't constantly upload every single 2 weeks. It just depends on the life schedule and how everything wants to run. Because there's so many ideas that I had. I want to be I want to be streaming, weekly. I wanted to be playing other games. I wish I can play some of these games that come out. But it's hard. Like it really is hard to do that with the amount of time that you have and where your current life structure is as of this moment. So I'm saying all this to say this is why season 8 is a pay-per-view model. And I don't know why, yeah, people gave it criticism. I've gotten some flack about the decision to go pay-per-view only, but who in the community is doing that? Now, and y'all know I'm always about being different from everybody else. If you can name me someone that is in the universe mode community that has a pay-per-view model only, they only upload pay-per-views. Please name them. I would love to know. And it's not just gonna be just you're gonna get a pay-per-view and that's gonna be it. There's no stories being told. Stories will be told. Stories are going to be told. Stories are going to be featured. Stories are going to be structured in a way that you can see stories being told. That's not the problem. It just, the problem is getting a weekly TV. And I know that me, an expert, can properly tell a story fine. I know that we can do that on commentary. I'm not worried about that. Then that opens up the door for me to work with more people on a consistent basis, because I know that, okay, I got this pay-per-view coming out. This is the next pay-per-view. And you got that. And then they're going to come out. So I'm looking at it like you guys could get about, I'll say maybe about maybe 2 to 3 to 4 pay-per-views a quarter. Okay. Like, think about that and think about the output that we have currently with RH, Collision, and Dynamite. When the last time you guys got an RH? It's been almost 3 months, right? When the last time you got a Collision? It's been almost 2 months. You just got a Dynamite a month ago. And there still has not been a Dynamite this quarter. We're going into the next quarter of the year, and we still have not gotten another Dynamite. You see what I'm saying? So what if we started at the beginning and had a pay-per-view model? You would have gotten the first Dynamite pay-per-view and Big Bang in 1 quarter. We would be heading into the pay-per-view for Collision at this point, and then the next RH pay-per-view after that. As of this point, we'll be almost a quarter of the way through the season. That's what I'm looking at. That's why this change is happening to pay-per-view model only. And if y'all don't like it, then okay, cool. You don't have to agree with the decision. You don't have to say that, it's the right thing to do. But long as the people behind the scenes are happy, we can guarantee you that you're still going to be entertained. I promise you. That AEW pay-per-view that you're going to see, it's going to be can't miss. It's going to be built up. It's going to be marketed as a can't miss show, and it will deliver. It will deliver. I'm just doing this so I can maintain YouTube. Okay? I don't want to walk away from YouTube yet because I know that I can sustain this, and having pay-per-views only will make season 8, number 1, stand out, make it better than it was going to be, make it better, way better, and you're going to get more content yearly. Because once RH episode 2 is done, which is almost done, once RH episode 3, 4 comes out, you got Dynamite episode 3, 4, and all the rest of Collision, and everything's done for the month. You get those 2 pay-per-views come out, there's going to be all steam, full steam ahead. Full steam ahead. We're going to be having events almost monthly for this channel. You're going to have something to look forward to every single month. Because you don't have to wait on the Dynamite. You're waiting on a pay-per-view at that point. There'll be more things coming out. I'll be constantly meeting for doing commentary at that point. I can't even tell you the last time I commentated with Expert. Had to have been over a month ago. That was I was still in my dorm when I commentated with Expert. You know how long I've been home? I've been home for 2 months at this point. I've been home for 2 months, almost 3 months. I've been at my house, and I have not commentated with Expert one time. I've done one show alone, and I'm setting up commentary to do another show alone next week. Well, actually, 2 shows alone next week. Personally, to me, that's bad. That is bad to me. Because I know what y'all are here for. And I have to give y'all what y'all are here for. You want season 8. You want Universe Mode War. You want my mode. Yes, the interviews are great, but y'all are not here for that. The interviews are my mental sanity from these games. That's what the interviews are here for. And that PS5 back there is my mental sanity from these games. I play other games just because these games drain you. The way they work now, they drain you. I see why. Why Gresh? Why Merv stopped doing this stuff? I see why. At first, I didn't understand it. But going through the process now, and where I'm at in life right now, yeah, I see why. I see why they stopped. And I don't want to stop right now. I feel like I got too much to give to this community to stop right now. And I don't even know why I have to explain myself for this decision, because people say I'm walking away from your channel. People say that you're doing it wrong. This is what we want. At one point, y'all didn't even want me to leave the WWE model. I was fought on that. I was fought on that. My former director, I had to let him go. They fought me on that one. They didn't want me to leave the WWE model. But at the end of the day, I chose happiness over the few that didn't want that to happen. And I feel like that was the best decision I ever made. Leaving the WWE model for the main series. So you can leave. I have seen a couple of you guys have unsubscribed. People have left the channel. And it is what it is, you know. I'm not gonna sit here and yell at you and say that you're wrong for doing that. You're wrong for disliking the channel. You're wrong for unsubscribing from the channel because of what I decided to do. Everybody's not going to be a fan of it, and I'm perfectly okay with that. I'm fine with that. The people that are staying, look forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing how this model works for the fall and winter months of 2024 and beyond. I think that at the end of the day, it's going to be the perfect decision that lines up for what we got going on here right now. So I'm going to leave it at that. But I just wanted to address that. People felt betrayed. I don't understand how you felt betrayed from my decision, but and it wasn't just me that made a decision. This was pitched to me by one of my bookers. They asked me for this. They said I wasn't going to like it at first. I didn't like it at first. I didn't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I did not like that decision at first. But giving it some thought, it made sense. So this is why we're doing it. Okay. Next up, let's talk about Universe Mode War. You guys know we have seen WCW Great American Bash came out. Very, very proud of that show. I did not market that show as much as I would have liked to because a lot of the graphics wasn't made, but that was my fault for that. It came out very well. I enjoyed it for what it was. It was fun. People seem to have enjoyed that show. Based on the like to dislike ratio. Universe Mode War is not going anywhere. It's actually going to be rebranded. We are in search of changing the name of Universe Mode War because I met with my director, and apparently that is based on the current landscape of the world. That's not a good name right now to use. So I'm looking for a brand new series name. We're going to use Universe Mode War because that's the marketed name for Anarchy Rules. Once Anarchy Rules is over and done with and premiered, the next time you see that series, it will be under a brand new name. I'm JW. Shout out to JW if he's watching this. He pitched a name to me. I really like it, but I'm gonna think it over, and I might let you guys vote on the new name of Universe Mode War starting after Anarchy Rules. You guys know that NWA is supposed to be starting up very, very soon. That begins after Anarchy Rules. We have 2 shows already written for that show. We have 4 TNA episodes already were written down, and I've already done 50% of TNA. So Universe Mode War is not going anywhere. The thing that took so long for me to do was Anarchy Rules, and that was because the amount of tag team matches that I had on that show and the way that WWE 2K23 works with tag team matches. It was a pain in the you-know-what. So that's why Universe Mode War took forever to come out. Well, Anarchy Rules did. And plus the finals, midterms. That's when I was really working on the show. That's my fault. I should have really produced most of that show in during winter break, but I had a lot of personal things going on through winter break, and I didn't feel like recording until I got to the new year. So that's the biggest reason why these shows took that long to come out. But Malik is working with Universe Mode War. Dinoman, shout out to them. They're in the chat. They're working with Universe Mode War. I'm really, really loving the process that they have with their shows. And I'm looking forward to seeing the next steps as we go with the new era of both of those shows. Expect Anarchy Rules within the next week. I promise you. I'm not lying to you about that. It is done. It just needs to be edited, and I just need to put the music on there, and we should be fine and commentate it. I looking to commentate it within the next 2 days, and I'm going to premiere it. I'm either before the 4th of July or the day after the 4th. You're going to get that, and then um, it's going to be full steam ahead with other stuff too. Expect RRH. I'm hoping to get RRH out before I go on vacation. That's the plan. I'll talk about that at the end of the stream, but and Collision too. I really, really want to get stuff out to you guys. I know I've been frustrated without not getting anything out, especially with having this amount of time that I have in my hands with the summer. It's still haven't been able to get stuff out. It has been frustrating, but I promise you, July will be much, much better. I have a plan to get some stuff out in July for you guys. Finally, with my mode, the update on that is you seen that it was announced that it returns next month. That is true. From what I've been told, Raw is almost done. I will be getting Raw in my hands to commentate soon, and I'm still expecting Desi D to commentate SmackDown. I don't know if he is still in the cuffs to do that yet. I need to talk to him and let him know if he's going to commentate or not. I still have not found a commentator yet for My Mode Raw. We announced that in the press release that we're going to looking for a commentator. Still to be announced, but if the show gets done, I'll just commentate it myself, and we'll just have Desi commentate SmackDown for now. Until I can get me a full-time commentator to personally commentate My Mode Raw, I will be the voice of My Mode Raw only. I didn't want to be involved at all, but my hands are tied right now, and I guess I have to be involved for now. That's the update on those shows right there. Pretty much that that's the biggest things that are coming to Universe Mode right now. The changes, the pay-per-view only model for season 8. We have new shows debuting after ECW Anarchy Rules, and My Mode is not being featured with me. It's being fully produced by someone else, and I am only commentating Raw as of this moment. That's it. And that's the update on release date. So I hope I cleared up a lot of things that you guys have been asking me about and commenting about, and now I'm going to open up the floor for questions. You guys can ask any questions in the chat right now. I am going to ask away. I don't care what it is, no matter what series it is, I'll answer the questions as best I can. Right here, right now. Whatever questions you guys want to ask me, you guys can do that. That's the update, the changes part of the stream. Now we're gonna take questions. But yeah, I know I was late. So apologies about that. I did not expect it to be that late. Okay, something happened and I had to be late. But we're here now. And you guys can ask any questions, comments, concerns. The floor is open for you all right here. Ask away. I'm looking forward to hearing some of you guys' questions. Okay, so Hornet says, what's the best way to book shows and pay-per-views? I'm currently in the flux with my life in college. I want to finally get, started. So, how I do shows and pay-per-views is best way you can do it, man, really, is to start off with a foundation. What do you want to do? How many matches do you guys want to have on your show? Um, what stories you want to be told on that particular episode, and then you make your episode title around that, and then you make your show around that. I personally like to go story by story whenever I book my shows. So I learned this from Merce is you make the pay-per-view card first and then you book backwards. That's what I do. So I have my pay-per-view card first. Like for example, the Big Bang card was made before I even wrote the first show. Because I am going to book to that, you know. So episode 1 of RH was booked. I already knew where I want to go with it, how I want to do everything. So I knew the matches. I knew because I knew where I wanted to go for Big Bang. Once Big Bang was done, I booked episode 1, booked episode 2, booked episode 3, booked episode 4. See, that's how you're supposed to do it. Book in chunks too. I think if you struggle with booking is you take it division by division, champion by champion, um, and then you go from there. Um, and it will be easier to go from there. It's pretty straightforward from there. Booking's the easiest part. It's the production and storytelling of universe mode that is the hardest part, in my opinion. Commentary is not that bad neither. Once you get a good audio device, once you get a good microphone, you find your good editing software to commentate in. Commentary is a breeze. It's the production and storytelling part that a lot of people struggle um, with doing universe mode. Because then you have to, when you write that stuff down, now you gotta tell a story with that. Now you have to translate that in the game. That's the hardest part, in my opinion, of doing this. Yeah, I can book all day. Promise you. I already have my next 2 pay-per-view cards for RH done. Expert and Taunton told me that they have the entirety of season 8 of Dynamite, all the pay-per-view cards done. See, that's easy. That's the easy part. How you get there though? How are you getting there? That's the hardest part that you got to figure out. But if you're doing weekly TV, the best thing to do is book your pay-per-view first and you start from the bottom. You just book 2, you know. You got to get there. My school has this branding of get there. So how do I get there? How do I get to the, TNA Genesis, for example? How do I get to AEW Super Brawl? How do I get to RH Big Bang? You take it episode by episode by episode, and you have a main story that you want to feature. I promise you, your audience will love if there's a big central rock story featured around television. That's why people are enjoying WWE these days. That's why people used to love 2021 AEW. 2021 AEW had those overarching stories throughout the entire night on their show. That's why people love that concept of AEW and miss that AEW right now. Just to be an example. Once you have that, it makes everything else a breeze when you're booking. It's just as simple as that. Okay, let me see. I got a message. Expert wants to hop on. So let me send him the link. And Expert is going to hop on. And we're going to get another guy coming on here for this live stream. Let me see. You sure can, Expert. Let me get my headphones. Sorry guys, I had to use these big old things now because my headphones broke. I'm going to send a link to you on Discord, Expert. And you should be good to go to hop on here and I can see you come in. Okay, let me text him real quick. All right, yeah. So yeah, just take it piece by piece, okay? if you once you the don't okay, whenever you do a universe mode, make sure you have the roster figured out first. I think a lot of people struggle with not having the roster not figured out. Please have your roster figured out before you start. That is really, really key for this. Having your rosters figured out, your divisions figured out, and then you book your pay-per-views, and then you worry about weekly TV. That's the struggle with weekly TV. People don't have a direction. How can you book a weekly show when you don't know what's going to happen on your pay-per-view? That's just not a way to do it. By the way, we were answering this question right here. What's the best way to book shows and pay-per-views? As Hornet said that he was currently in a flux with his stuff. And Expert Gaming will be joining us in just a few minutes time. He got the link and he's going to be joining the stream in just a few moments. So that's how I do it, Hornet. That's exactly how I do it. And that's how I was doing weekly TV for season 8. That's how I was doing weekly TV back then whenever I used to do it full time for Friday Night SmackDown in the CTP series as well. When I was helping with Universe Mode War, we used to do that. That's how you're supposed to do it. Book the pay-per-view first, and then you work backwards. When Merce told me that was a secret to everything. That was a secret to my writing. That was a secret to improving my booking. Because if I know where I'm going already, it makes the weekly television that much easier. Way easier. Way, way easier. If you know where you're going. But we're going to wait on Expert to get in here. He said he's going to be coming in just a few seconds. And we're going to have a special guest joining us for the podcast. I'm really excited about this. You guys are awesome. I can tell you that now. People that are here. I know we started late, but better late than never, as they say, right? Let me see. So I know Super Kid Gaming had asked this question. And I wanted to address this live too. What do you do when you don't feel like recording but you have to? And I answered this to him the other day. And I'm gonna give you guys my answer to that as well while we wait on Expert to get here. I know sometimes you guys don't want to record, but something happens where that's the only time that you have to do recordings for. So, what I like to do is whenever I know that is my only allocated time to record, I watch someone that used to inspire me. Okay. Um, when you watch somebody that inspires you, that inspires you to do universe mode or is one of your favorite creators, it gives you that motivation to do it yourself. So I used to go back and watch Immerse videos. I even watch some of Expert stuff because he inspires me to do some of my content myself. J and W Boss inspires me, J Dog inspires me, Dylan inspires me, Nick inspires me, etc. All these guys that I have worked personally with inspire me whenever I don't feel like recording myself. So I watch all of them the day that I'm supposed to record. Most of the time, that gives me the motivation to sit down and pick up the controller and to record. I also come up with a plan of what I want to do that day. So I know that I have to record that day. So I come up with what needs to be done. Could it be a segment? Could it be a match? Could it be just something small like a backstage brawl or interaction or stare down or entrance or something? I come up with everything I need to do and I write it down. And because when you write things down, you're more inclined to get things done. That's the secret to life right there. Write your stuff down. I promise you. And when you write things down, you're more more inclined to do it and not forget about it. That's my problem too. Sometimes I'll be forgetting I need to do something. Like this stream, I forgot that I said it for 1:00 in the morning afternoon. Anyway, and that helps you out as well. And sometimes you can even try to attempt to record, and if the game's giving you issues, because sometimes it might not just be you, it could be just the game itself that's giving you the issues. You what you do at that point is you just take a break from the game that day. Maybe it's like, I'm going to come back to this later on today, because I know I can still record that day, but I'm gonna come back to it with a fresh set of eyes, fresh set of mind, um after taking a break from the game completely. I've done all of these before, and it has worked, and I was able to get the shows out and get what I needed to record that done that day. Because sometimes, when you're in college, for me, from my personal experience, you be drained, you be tired, okay? um you don't want to sit down and record some days. And I know a lot of you guys that in the community, y'all work jobs. I couldn't imagine. Okay, then you're coming home. So some people have families they're coming home to and doing this. And your kid wants you to fix them something to eat. Your kid got their problems at school. Your kid gonna need to go to practice or something. You're coming home to your wife. You're coming home to your girlfriend. They gotta tell you about their day. Sometimes you don't have that sit down and time to sit down and just, or you just be drained from the day to record. So taking a break from the game helps as well, to get your mind refreshed, and you go in there with a fresh set of eyes the next day. That's what I used to do, man, and I still do it to this day. I have a thing where I don't like to sit on WWE 2K24 or 23 all day. I play other games. That's why I was able to beat the Life is Strange games. Um, the last semester, during the semester, I beat like two, what was it, two Life is Strange games, because I just took a break from doing universe mode because it was exhausting. Well, hold on, he was, hold on, what happened to you, expert? You disappeared. Hold on, Nick put a comment out there. Like Cole said, typically when booking, it's best to start with the match at the pay-per-view or where the final destination is, and book backwards week to week. And like, hey, week one is where it starts. There you go. I'm telling you guys, doing that is going to be the best thing you guys can do. I totally promise that. Um, it will be well worth it at the end if you just go backwards. You start backwards and you go, okay, there he goes. He disappeared on me. Hey, there you go, man. Hey, how you?
Oh, look who they let in this time. Oh no. I'm
Yes,
back.
yes. You're finally here. You had came at first and then you just disappeared.
Well, yeah, maybe log into my account. I don't know why I was logged out in the first place, but yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. StreamYard's weird, but how are you, man?
I'm doing okay. Had to take some drugs before I got on here. By drugs I mean ibuprofen. Calm down, everybody. Ibuprofen, because I have a horrible migraine because of my horrible vertigo I have. Thanks. This is what YouTube does to people. All right, give me vertigo. Thanks a lot for like Kenny Omega. Um,
Oh,
but yeah, no. Besides that, I'm doing okay. How about you?
I'm 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 going. I had adulting this morning. Freaking moved the car and the steering was acting up. I was like, oh god. So I had to adult this morning. Had to, aka call my parents, and my dad came and fixed the issue. But other than that, I'm doing fine. It's been a week. That's all I'll say. Been a lot going on this week. Just being amazed that June is basically done and July is Monday. That's just the most crazy part of this week, that I'm like, wow, I'm like less than a month away. I have to move back on campus again. It's like, dang, I just felt like I just got home. Now I gotta go back to college again. I'm like, dang, man, that's crazy. So other than that realization, it's been fine. Just trying to get this content on. That's all. Really.
Yeah, yeah. I feel that. I feel that. Evolution. If you didn't see on my YouTube or Twitter, or X, I guess it's called now. Evolution's finally done. Got the recording everything up for the access right now. If you want to join the YouTube membership on my channel,
Mhm.
SummerSlam, we'll start editing that next week. I'll take a couple of days off just because Lord, it's been a long process with Evolution, and
Yeah,
then after that, I'm trying to
I
get some
I I
other
I
stuff out.
can only imagine, man. I can only imagine how Evolution, especially with those shots that you promoted. I know that was a pain. Just
Oh yeah,
just
I use like
creator
3
eyes.
games, I think, for Evolution. SummerSlam
Wow.
wasn't as bad. SummerSlam was just the newer stuff. But yeah, Evolution had to use a couple games for that. A couple games for that. Some of the mods actually slowed down some of the footage. So, like you'll see it. Like there's nothing I can do about it. Like you'll see like some of the matches like kind of slow down a little bit. That's why.
Yeah.
Like some of the mods, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Actually, the reason I wanted to come in here, I mean, I'm gonna stay around, of course, but the reason I want to come in here is because actually I've been feeling nostalgic about something lately. I'm feeling very nostalgic about something the last couple of days, and like when I tell you why, or tell you what it is, you'll be very confused, probably shocked actually about what it is. Is actually because it feels like it just happened, but it didn't. I feel very old. Is actually CTP SmackDown because, well, first of all, you're not gonna believe this. It's been 2 years now. It's been 2 years. It feels like yesterday. It's very weird. But I was not talking about that because if I don't know if the chat knows this, but of course you remember I was supposed to book SmackDown after SummerSlam, and
You
I
were.
got an episode out that was just fully written by me. It's that SmackDown after SummerSlam, and people received well, but people were like, "Oh, I don't know about this." So then Leaky came in, and it became a hit show, and now we are where we are now with Collision and all that stuff. I feel nostalgic about it because I was looking through my stuff yesterday, and I found like a bunch of my old plans
Oh my
for
goodness.
SmackDown. I had all of that stuff written out because like
That that was 2 years ago.
yes, 2 years
Jesus,
ago.
I feel
Look it up
old.
on YouTube. 2 years ago. I feel
I feel
ancient.
old. God. And
But
I
no,
want to mention this comment, Dr. Rebel. I appreciate it. I literally just finished editing my first episode. Oh, welcome to the land. That's all I'll
yeah,
say.
okay, yeah. Before I go into my SmackDown spiel, by the way, if you want to know anything about SmackDown, my era of SmackDown is supposed to be asking the questions in the chat. But no, well, what Hornet's question was, what I do is like when it comes to like recording and booking and stuff like that, like I have like a schedule, like like on the weekdays, like the weekends, I don't. So like I slept in today and I've done nothing at all. It's 3:12 Eastern. I've done nothing at all. I feel very,
Mhm.
I feel horrible. But like on the weekdays, like I'll get up at like 7:30 in the morning. And, like I'll get up like I'll immediately record stuff, or like record stuff or edit stuff or write whatever, like just something universal related. Because I've read like the best thing to do at the beginning of the day is do the thing that's like the hardest, you know. So I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'm gonna do that first, get it out of the way for the rest of the day. So like whether it's record, edit, write, just anything when it comes to universe mode, I try to do that. So like I get it out of the way. I know it's done. I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the day. I can just continue on like normal. I don't have to worry about that. So like that's what I did for Evolution for SummerSlam, and it's probably if I didn't do that, it'd probably still be waiting for the show to get recorded, let alone edited and commentated and all that stuff. So that's what I'd recommend.
Yeah. I think doing it at the beginning of the day helps out a lot. That's what I normally do for editing and recording too. I don't like to record at night. At nighttime, I like my night times to myself. That's watching other stuff or playing other games. That's what I do at nighttime. Or I just set up what I'm gonna do for the next day at night. So that's why it finally Anarchy Rules is done, because I decided to do things in the morning instead of at nighttime. I didn't feel like it. So that's why I was finally able to get all those tag team matches done. I talked about that earlier. Expert, that show had 4 tag team matches. 4.
Anarchy Rules?
Yes, it's
That
4 of them. And
man,
one
what
of
is
them was
wrong
an
with
8
you?
man. What's
What
wrong
that
with
man? What is wrong with you? What?
yeah,
Why?
yeah, Dino. Yeah, what is wrong?
Shame
Why?
him! Shame him!
Yeah, you're talking about how I was late, but you booked 4 tag team matches on a show.
Oh my god.
That pay-per-view, man. It's crazy.
4 tag matches. It's not like the first dance all over again. I remember that.
Yes.
But yeah, I do agree with what you were saying. Like pay-per-view, book that first, and then you go backwards. Like when it comes to TV writing, like I have all pay-per-views done for my universe mode up to WrestleMania. Like all those cards are written already. I just I'm just now writing the TV. So like I know where I'm going, because that's the thing you have to know. Like you have to know where you're going. You can't just do stuff, just to like do it. Like you have to know where you're going. You have to know what the end goal is with like your stuff. That's like
That's
necessary.
what I was trying to like get the universe mode war people to understand is you can't just go, oh, this is episode 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's pay-per-view?
Like, yeah, you got to write your, I guess, as they call it now, PLEs,
Yeah,
Lord, first, and then you go back. Because like if you write week to week, it's just not, it's just
it's
not
not
gonna
gonna
work.
work.
It's not gonna work. So yeah, but like I was saying about SmackDown, again, you want to know any questions about SmackDown specifically? Put them in the chat. But
Yes.
um, like actually, I'm more to think about it. Like my SmackDown was gonna be like Collision, like CM Punk's Collision before Collision. Because like I wanted to really like that first month, like going to No Mercy was gonna be just like me like setting the stage for stuff. Like it was just gonna be like the building blocks for what was to come. But obviously, I guess it took a little too long for people. Like, oh well, it's still bad. Well, I didn't say it was bad. It was like, it wasn't on par with SmackDown. I mean, Raw and NXT. But yeah, like I wanted to build that show around like the young guys. Like that was my main thing. Like I wanted eventually to have it be a point where like obviously you had the old guys, but I wanted the young guys to be like the main characters on the show. Like I
Yeah.
remember the main guys I had were like on the top were like Ricochet. I mean it's like 30, but 30 in wrestling nowadays is like 19. Ricochet, Carmelo Hayes is gonna be he's gonna be a big deal. I'm happy what he's doing now in ROH. Like that's nice. But yeah, he's gonna be a big deal on SmackDown.
Hmm.
The ones that were actually seen though were Ricochet, Pete Dunne, and Tyler Bate. Like those are like the ones we actually saw before we ended before we skipped ahead to WrestleMania. Like the Tyler Bate, Pete Dunne stuff, I was very proud of. Very, very proud of that. Because like both of those guys were like, tag team like or mid carders, and then they became like main eventers on SmackDown, which is really cool. That's something I'm really proud of still. Like the match of No Mercy is really, really good. 2 out of 3 falls match. You ever seen it? Check it out on the channel. It's like its own separate video.
Yeah, that was very, very great match.
But yeah, like I will say this though, I want to get too into WrestleMania stuff because I think probably one day we'll do like behind the scenes big thing on that, like doing WrestleMania in real life. But that was not my plan personally to put those two back together, like ever. But I'll
Mhm.
leave it there for now. I'll leave it there for now.
Well, yeah, we're supposed to. Maybe that can be a live stream next month. Since I said I was going to bring back live streams, we can have this big live stream just talking about the behind the scenes of WrestleMania. Because I had a card, you had a card.
Like, oh my god,
Everybody
I
had a
had
card.
multiple cards for WrestleMania. Yeah,
Right?
multiple.
Everybody had a freaking card. Then we had the
But
final
remember,
card.
if you're just like new to the channel, season 7 out of kayfabe was like 3.5 years long.
Yeah,
Almost 4 years
3 years.
long. If we didn't
Starting.
skip ahead to WrestleMania, it would have been like we'd probably still be going now.
Yeah. 100%. There'll be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We'll probably be around what, October now. Remember?
Oh my god. Yeah, probably
Maybe
still.
trying to get the Survivor Series
Survivor Series would take like a year just to make.
just to
But the
make it
card that we
because
had for that show, good lord.
it was so long.
We had like how many tag matches for Survivor Series? Because it was 3 brands. We had to get everybody on the show.
Yeah,
It was awful.
it was at least about 6.
Oh my god. Yeah. And then obviously we had takeovers. Remember we had takeovers too, which took forever. Thanks, Superkick.
They did. So this guy said he's Dark Rebel Gaming. Shout outs to you for subscribing to the channel, by the way. I'm doing a tournament-based segment as matches leading up to my first Raw, SmackDown, and ECW pay-per-views to crown inaugural champions. That's a good way to start. I love tournaments.
Yeah,
It's one of my
tournaments are
favorite ways to
I like
start.
a pretty good tool, like for especially when you start starting out like universe modes, like we're doing that right now in Dynamite with the tag tournament. To
Mhm.
determine DIY challenges for Super Brawl. Finals of that by
Yeah.
Lee Van a Dynamite with Best Friends versus Kevin Owens and not Kevin Owens, Kevin Steen. I know who Kevin Owens is, and Roderick Strong. But
Pretty
yeah, like those are
important.
very good idea. Very, very good idea to start. I actually didn't do
What
any
a
of this.
brilliant tag team, by the way. Kevin Steen and Roger Strong.
And Roderick Strong, yeah. Well, it's because the Undisputed Era before we, season 7. So we just carry that over to season 8. And I think that's like a really good spot for them right now because to be honest, like the kind of like the main event scene Dynamite like there's not really like any space for either of those two right now. So like, put them in a tag team together, I think it's the best
I,
possible scenario currently.
I think that you're doing a good job because people have been begging for Dynamite. So I think
Hey, you know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. Episode 3 is probably the best one. Actually, no, definitely is the best one we've done yet. I actually recorded matches for Dynamite episode 3. First 2 episodes were all Tarleton. I mean, Superkick when it comes to the producing matches. So actually, segments. Yeah, episode 3 has matches I did on them, and I think especially the main event, Danielson versus Lashley. You got to see that. It's very, very good. I sent that to Tarleton. like even before, like after I recorded and edited it, and he loved it. So you got check it out for sure when that show comes out.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm looking forward to that. And guys, this was the guy that pitched the pay-per-view model only I was talking about earlier. He pitched it to me about a week and a half ago. He said, "You're not gonna like this," and I was like, "What now?" I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Please don't tell me you're leaving now." I was already going through enough. I was trying to record RH that day. The game pissed me off, and I was like, he texted me like, "Oh God, what is going on now?" He was like, "Oh well, I think that we should go pay-per-view only for season 8." And I was like, "Wait a minute. If I don't have to record those two shows and I can just make the pay-per-views and just commentate and then let them just make their own pay-per-views, that saves me time. That saves them time. We make more money. Let's do it."
Yeah, money. That's why I did it.
that,
But yes, money.
that
But
that
yes,
was
it was
that was
me.
my logic on it. Yeah, it was
It
him.
was me.
He was the one. He was the one that pitched it.
Yes, I actually texted him. See, we're finally after 5 years of friendship. We're at the texting stage, people. We done it. We're all Twitter and Discord. It's a miracle. But yeah, like I texted him about it, and I was like again, like you see all it takes us to get one episode of TV out. I don't even do ROH or Collision. What it takes for them to get out. So I was like, hey, I think we should do this, and like, trust me, when we get to pay-per-view only after Super Brawl and then Big Bang, because Battle Bowl is after those shows canonically, so like a few weeks after those shows it was. So like once we get through Big Bang and Super Brawl, like that build to those two pay-per-views, probably the speed we're gonna get these shows out is probably gonna be insane. Because we have the cards written out for all Dynamite shows anyway. Like we have all those cards written out. From Super Brawl to Revolution, which is the kind of WrestleMania show for Dynamite at the end of the season.
And I already have for RH, I have the next 3 to 4 written out. Pay-per-views already done, written out. So and then I already started looking for arenas. So
yeah, I have to get like graphics in order and stuff like that for like the pay-per-views after Super Brawl. But
but
I honestly can't wait. I think it's gonna be very
fun. Honestly, me too, because I really feel like that the pay-per-views are probably the most fun things to do. Besides, don't get me wrong.
Well, because you do like segments and stuff.
Yeah, without segments, yeah. Weekly TV is cool, but I love a pay-per-view. If especially if it's a big fight field, good thumbnail on there, you get that audience there. Yeah, man.
Some of these cards for these pay-per-views, like I have them all. Like I have a Google sheet I made for Dynamite, so we can keep track of stuff. Me and Super K. Episode 3 is written and recorded and edited basically fully for Dynamite. Episode 4 is written. I want to start recording that soon. What stuff I have to do. I'm trying too soon, but yeah, like Super Brawl, the card. Basically, you know most of the card for Super Brawl already. If you watch the shows, Darren versus Joe for CZP Championship, Danielson versus Balor for AW World Championship, Coda versus Charlotte for Women's World Championship, Trio Championship, OC versus Dragon Dojo. There's a couple more. I think there's like 1 or 2 more matches still to be announced, but like after that, like these shows come out get even better. Like it's insane.
Oh yeah.
Like just wait and see. Just wait and see.
Like I'm ready for y'all to get that. Oh man, there's one thing that we were building up that unfortunately I'm gonna have to showcase in highlights. With the big reveal of somebody's debut that was going to happen on TV that we can't do anymore because there's no more TV. But whenever that match happens, man, it's gonna be peak. I'm ready for it. Dr. Rebel said, would love to showcase and promote your respective channels as commercial spots. Well, we have like 2 of them over here for CTP. You can always.
It sounds good to me. I need commercials in my stuff. All I want to have is still the Hot Tag Podcast one. Now it's like a year old.
Yeah.
Come on, JWJ Dog, make a new one.
They gotta make one, but they still act the same as they was a year ago.
yeah, but like the videos, like they'll probably goes on to like the video stuff like that. It's like 3 months ago. It's like WrestleMania last year.
Well, yeah, I'll be seeing that whenever I be putting the commercials in my videos, and I'm like, dang, that WrestleMania is not even. We're so past that at this point. There's been another.
Yeah, we're going to 41 now. They'll show at 39.
Oh my goodness, man! I can't believe we're almost halfway to 41 already. That's wild.
Yeah. The time moves by way too quickly nowadays. I think we're older. Like, I remember, like back in the day, It
used
really
to
used to be like
slow.
sales place. Yeah. Now
Yeah,
like
it used to.
old and
I remember whenever a game used to be announced, it felt like it took forever for 2 years to pass. Now when they announce video games be coming out just like that. I'm like, God dang! I'm like, do I have the money to go get that?
well, it's either it comes out just like that or it comes out in 10 years. No, but no
Like
in
G-
between.
yeah, literally like GTA 6. GTA 6 came out. It's coming out next year, man. After I was what in fifth grade whenever GTA 5 came out, and now I'm gonna be graduated with GTA 6 from
5th
college.
grade.
Oh
My
yeah, it was
God.
2013, bro. I was
See,
10 years old.
Chad Cole is an unk at this point.
No, they say Onk status starts at 35.
35. I mean, I don't know. I thought they said someone on X get called unk at like 22. So I don't know
I
about
seen
that.
that. I was like, that Jake guy from that talks about the Lakers. He said that somebody called him an Onk and he's 22 years old. I'm like, dude, right.
Oh my God.
That's
Yeah, well,
crazy.
I'm getting there. I'm close enough. I feel like it physically.
Physically, you feel like it.
My body said, you know what? Enough of this. I'm about to be looking like oh my God, I'm gonna be looking like a grandpa in about 5 years. Just give it
Oh
time.
God, don't even imagine. I like to keep my skin I have right now. I'm good. But Dr. Rebel, absolutely. You can hit me up on Twitter or whatever you got. And I'll give you some commercials because I sure do have some. We're definitely gonna be promoting that dynamite.
Yeah, I need to make some Jane W. We need to DM you on Twitter.
Yeah.
We need some commercial for Dynamite and stuff and Collision and
Yes.
all that in ROH.
Yeah, we do. We definitely. I need to start paying them again to do that. I gotta
Because yeah,
pay them
because
one time.
when we had the old, remember we had one for NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. He did that. It was awesome.
Yeah, we need to do that. Do one for Dynamite, Collision, and RH.
For the 2 episodes we have left, of course.
I mean, it's good promotion.
I mean, yeah, but well, since we're not getting any questions, I guess I'll go back to SmackDown.
Yeah. By the way, guys, this is your time. All those emails you send me every week, ask them here. The chat is open. We're addressing everything that you want to address. So please, 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 please ask your questions right here, right now. But until I get a question asked, we're going to be talking about SmackDown from
Two-year-old
2 years
SmackDown
ago.
stuff that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I was saying, like I wanted to build it around the young guys. Like I said earlier, Ricochet, Carmelo Hayes, Pete Dunne, Tyler Bate, Dijak, who's in the news right now. I wonder why. Dijak is gonna could have like a pretty big mid-card face. Darby Allin's gonna be huge. He's gonna be huge. I don't know if you remember or not, but he was gonna be really big main eventer on SmackDown. Oh, who else was there? There's like some young guys. The North, I guess they're kind of young. Even Page like 35, close enough. Like yeah, like I really wanted to make that kind of like the show for the young guys because like I felt like at least on Raw anyway, I hadn't really done that. It's kind of just more like besides like I guess Karrion Kross, but again, Kross is like it's like coming up at 40. So
I can't believe Cross is he don't look 40.
Well, you see his hair now?
Oh yeah, he is starting to kind of bald a little bit. I seen it a little bit. I was like, oh
But
dang, we getting old.
But yeah, it was like Raw had already done that. Like Finn was like he's supposed to come up at like 45 now. He's a world champion for like what IRL time like 3 years, I think. So
Dang, that's crazy.
Yeah, like Finn's not really a young guy. So yeah, I guess Jay White. Jay White's the like closest thing to like a young guy to push on Raw. Swerve's kind of getting there, but not really. So yeah, like I wanted to make SmackDown about like the young guys because kind of what NXT did. If you think about it, like Kenny King, PJ Black, guys like that, like kind of became like big stars on that show, and they're like kind of younger. Hangman, obviously. Of course, young by the way in wrestling now means 30. That's the minimum age for a young guy is 30 now in wrestling. It's weird.
I know it's super weird.
And then like I still want to. I wish like the kind of the older guys should be like I guess established guys I should say would be like still big on the show. Randy Orton, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Walter Gunther now. He was still Walter at the time. That's how long it's been. Keith Lee. When Keith Lee was good, he was gonna be a big deal.
God, when Keith Lee was good, that's hilarious.
I'm sorry, but it's truth. Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy is gonna be
He
he's gonna
was
be a
going to
big
be
player.
huge.
Yeah.
And there's a thing we can talk about.
Oh my god. We say that for WrestleMania stream. But I can't do it. I'm not doing this right now.
Yeah.
I refuse to do it right now. Edge.
I can't wait. I
Edge.
can't wait to talk about that on that stream.
Actually, I do have one graphic. I deleted all the other ones. I have one graphic still I found for SmackDown. Listen to this main event for I think the SmackDown before Game Over, which is a show in October. We're supposed to do the PLE in October. Listen to this main event. All-Star 8-man tag match. Babyface team. World Heavyweight Champion King Ricochet, CM Punk, Darby Allin, and Christian Cage versus heel team AJ Styles, Jeff Hardy, Seth Rollins, and Randy Orton. Do you hear this?
Jesus Christ, man. That was
but it's all gonna make sense because
SmackDown main event.
Yeah, for SmackDown before Game Over, which will be in October. Yeah, because Ricochet was feuding with I think AJ for the title. Punk was feuding with Orton because of the Mr. Tacker angle. Darby was feuding with Jeff Hardy, which actually set up before we ended that. And then Christian was feuding with Seth because after No Mercy, Seth would have taken out Edge. He would have injured him, took him out for a while because Edge part-time and all that stuff. So it would have been Christian coming for revenge after Seth Rollins. So yeah, like what just like combine all those feuds like together, like all the main event feuds together. And yeah, I'm sure this match would have been insane, probably horrible to record. But
I
would have had to record it.
You would have had to record it because
no, I would not. No way.
Who was gonna do it then? I know I wasn't doing it.
Oh yes, you were. You gotta do it. Call Jane W.
Jesus, man. I don't want anyone to look at an 8-man tag anymore after Anarchy Rules, bro. I don't.
I've never done an 8-man tag before, actually, ever. Thank God.
Oh God, I do. Well, you have a Survivor Series coming up in your series, so have fun with that.
I'm not doing 8-man tag.
We'll do a war game.
Right now, there's a spoiler. No, well, okay, no 8-man tag. No tag teams. We'll say that. No tagging. We'll leave it there. I can't spoil anything.
Oh shoot, man! I was gonna say, I would say you have a Survivor Series coming up. I know yeah, my cousin can have fun with that in my mode. I'm not doing it. Don't call me.
Oh my God!
Better call Jane.
That we don't do that anymore in CTP. The main series not disruptions anymore.
Thank goodness. I know. And what they call that Forbidden Door thing? We ain't doing no Survivor Series tag match for that. Nope.
No way.
No way.
Yeah, tomorrow they have like 10 tag matches on that show. It feels like tomorrow night. Forbidden Door. They have like
IRL. That's good because see IRL they can do all that in these games.
I mean, in real life, most tag matches are like that aren't really good. I don't think so anyway. But they have like a bunch of tag matches and they have a 6-man ladder match. Why?
Because that's current day AEW. Okay, we ask the questions of why every single time with everything.
I was there on Wednesday. Come on, I went there.
Hey, I'm not knocking the show. The show was good. I enjoyed it. It was a good show.
Well,
I mean, again, we ask these questions every time they talk because it's current day AEW. You know.
Yeah. But I guess I'll say this though, while we're waiting for more questions. So I haven't got any. When it comes to Raw though, like CTP Raw after SummerSlam, I said this to Cole a bunch of times. People probably don't believe me. I don't like that stuff. I don't like those episodes. The 3 episodes we did together, I don't like them. I don't like them. And it's because there's too many feuds and they're way too long. Show was like 3 hours long. Why? It's TV. What was I doing? So yeah, I don't like those episodes. Because again, like this is something like going back to what Hornet said earlier. Like make sure if you're building the pay-per-view like that's like 4 weeks away or whatever, 4 or 5 weeks away, don't put 100 feuds on your TV. I go like 5 or 6, and that's it for TV now. One pay-per-view or PLE. 6 feuds. They have like you have 4 belts. You can do 4 title feuds, and like you have 2 non-title feuds. That's it. I had like 9 at that point. So the shows were awfully long. I had what was it? Moxley versus Balor, Briscoes versus Young Bucks, Jay White versus Rusev, Swerve versus Cesaro. It's kind of versus Ilya Dragunov too. And versus Dasher actually is like a 4-way thing. Good lord. But Tony Storm versus Shayna Baszler, Charlotte versus Io Shirai. Wasn't Sky at the time. Oh my god, what else was there? It's like Bronson Reed versus Braun Breaker. like I had so much stuff. It's like the show was way too long. Like every match had to get a bunch of time for whatever reason. So yeah, like they're very long shows. I don't like them. Yeah, Reigns and Cross too. That's right. Yep. So
Yeah,
yeah,
what a
I don't
feud
like
that
their
was.
shows. I don't like their shows.
Reigns
Well,
and
that feud
Cross.
is good. Nowadays that would be awful. But yeah,
Nice. All right,
that feud
great.
was good though. I like that feud.
Yes,
Brian
because I had
Solo
to get
before
a new
everybody hated
Twitter
him.
because they still have not given me my other Twitter back. Long legal battle.
AE Dub, AE Dub, AE Dub.
See, you know,
See, folks, this is why Cole hates AEW.
you know, guys, that is very wrong to take someone's Twitter away for just promoting their stuff. Who does that? AEW does.
AEW PR, I guess. They said no, you're stealing our stuff. Gone.
That's insane. No, what did I do to y'all? I didn't do anything to y'all. I was just
Of
having
course,
fun.
promoting a match between Will Ospreay and a fake wrestler, Darren Tarleton, was obviously that's a real match that's gonna happen on Dynamite, so we couldn't show
Most definitely it's going to happen. It's going to be a 5-star classic
for the CTP championship too. Of course.
Of course, they would have a CTP title on Dynamite. You know,
So yeah,
WWE
deleted.
never
Gone.
Yeah, so do you know how long I had that Twitter? I had that Twitter when I started high school. High school, bro. That's why at first it was named Coltrane 2017 because it was the year I started. I always made my stuff in the year I created it for some reason. I don't know why. So my Instagram's 2018. That's when I first joined Instagram. So I remember when I first joined Twitter, it was right before AEW started. It was before that's 2017.
When WWE was bad.
WWE was terrible. So I used to just be ranting about WWE, and I don't know why I joined Twitter. It was some reason somebody told me to join Twitter they said for marketing. That's why someone told me because it was good. It was good for marketing. All right, man. Good chatting with you. Have fun with your 5-year-old. I couldn't imagine having kids at this point in my life. But I can't wait to have kids. I'm not saying I love kids. Don't get me wrong.
Oh no, I don't want any. You can keep those.
I'm not rushing that process yet.
You can keep those. I'm good, thanks.
But good talking to you, man. And DM me, and I will absolutely give you our CTP commercials. But anywho, so yeah, I remember when I first made that Twitter, and I got my thousands of followers. I was almost to 2,000 followers on Twitter. Expert. I was almost about to get semi-verified. And they just took it all away from me.
To make money on Twitter too, Elon ruined that. Making money on Twitter, he can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I know it sucks. Not anybody can get verified. They got 162 followers. They pay $5 a month to get verified. I mean, come on.
I was for a little while. That's because I was writing like reviews and stuff on Twitter. Not anymore. So I got rid of it. It also cost too much money. It's like $14 a month. I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, it's like Netflix in money. I'm not doing that.
I have Netflix. It's an absurd amount of money. Absurd.
I don't pay for Netflix, thankfully, right now.
Oh, wait a minute. Police, FBI, get him out of here.
Hold on. If Netflix, if you somehow watching me at this current day and hour, okay, my sister pays for Netflix. FYI, I use her accounts. Thank you.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, I don't pay for it either. But you know what? I don't know if I believe you.
It's logged in on my TV, and they haven't said anything about it. We in the same household, so
So wait, you don't get the verified thing that you're in the same house? It doesn't happen to you?
Unless we're watching at the same time, but we don't really normally watch at the same time. So
yeah, that happens to me all the time. Like I have to like go on my email, like accept it and all that stuff. It's the worst.
But yeah, if you guys are just joining us, that people that just hopped in, please ask some questions. Me and Expert just talking about random things right now. I want some questions.
Yes. By the way, R.I.P. Paul Heyman. Just want to say that. Yeah.
Paul Heyman got manhandled last night.
Poor our wise man was taken out. Poor Paul Heyman.
What a story that the Bloodline story has been, man. I've loved it.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing with that is like first I love it, then like it'll go down, and I start like hating it. It just depends with that storyline. After it must have been Money in the Bank until like The Rock came back. I hated it because it's just like Jimmy and Solo every week going up against the faces, and they're bad. And then like after WrestleMania, like once The Rock came in until like after WrestleMania, I thought it was really good. Shout out to the Final Boss. Then like after WrestleMania, when Solo took over, like it was whatever to me. Like it was good some weeks, some weeks it wasn't. Like with Tama Tonga and all that stuff. No, Jacob 5-2's here. We the ones. We the ones, Oos. Put them up. We the ones.
We the ones, baby. All right. So production question for highlight reel. What is the best angle in terms of big moves? Well, I've been exploring with this for future shows that are and pay-per-views that are coming in season 8. I like the up and close, the one by the turnbuckle is one of my favorites for like
turnbuckle cam?
Turnbuckle cam, yeah. For like, let's say like John Cena doing the AA or something, and then you have turnbuckle cam right there. So that's
a good one, yeah. You'll see a lot for SummerSlam. I change up like the way I do a highlight reel like halfway through production. So like you see like I do like a lot of like outside the ring shots because like it's kind of how they do it in real life, Obviously, cameraman wouldn't be in the ring. Like, that's just not realistic. So I try to do that a lot, but make sure though you always have like unless you're doing like a segment, unless you're doing segments, you should always use angle 1. I mean angle 7. Don't use angle 1. Only use angle 1 for segments. Make sure you go to angle 7 for matches because it's a wider shot. And you have like the blurriness and all that stuff. Yeah.
Yes, because that'd be very weird whenever it just blurs out. Super kick used that to happen a lot in his matches.
Yeah, you can't like go super close to people with angle 1 because then it starts getting super blurry and it's annoying. So I try to use angle 1 only for like segments, like when I like kind of like a tighter shot, But everything else, angle 7 must use angle 7 or angle 3.
It's a must. It's like a requirement. Now, Ski had liked the video, but he's still not here. Like, where you at, Ski? You say you was gonna be here. I don't see Dino Man no more neither. He just up and left.
Wow, you look at this. These Uniform War Bookers are deserting us. I see how it is.
Not even here. This should be the perfect time. Them asking questions.
See, how's one asking questions about Uniform Creation Hornet, and he's not even affiliated with us anymore. Come on now, Dino Man, Ski, Malik, where you guys at? You're supposed to be learning from us. You're in the CTP dojo. And come on now.
Yeah. What are y'all doing? Like, come on, man. This is the perfect time to get your questions answered. All your comments, your concerns. It could be anything. It could be about the cause. It could be about everything, Let me see.
Anything and everything. Come on now, guys.
Anything and everything.
Could be about, I don't know. Why is the sky falling or something? Anything. Actually, probably shouldn't ask that because we don't know the answer. We don't know the answer to that one.
I genuinely don't know why the sky's falling. I can't tell you that.
Who won the debate the other night? I didn't watch it, so I don't know. What's your answer?
I don't want to talk about that here. Save that for the podcast.
Oh, no, not the podcast.
Yeah.
See, Coltrane will reveal his political beliefs on the podcast. Listen to it.
Don't be promoting that, boy. I don't like politics.
Oh, JW's here. Oh, everybody run. Big Dog is here.
JW, the boss man's here. He joined us after our hour.
The final boss.
The final, yeah, that's the final boss right there.
Oh, what the? Okay. Anarchy Rules release date. Now, what is this question? Hold on, Dino Man.
Okay. All right. Hold on. He's finally here. So we talked about this a little early. If you guys missed it, Anarchy Rules is scheduled to be released next week. I don't know what day yet. But it is in Filmora. It is being edited. I just got to put the music on there and commentate it. I'm either looking at July 1st or 2nd or anything after the 4th. So I'm thinking between July 1 to 5th, you'll get Anarchy Rules. And Nick gave us a question too. There we go. We got the questions coming in. Are there any ideas for cross-branded pay-per-views in development? All right, expert, you can take this one. We talked about this before.
Oh, actually, I will say yes. There are ideas. We're shopping them around. We actually have to talk to you about that, Nick, soon. Because obviously you're above ROH, so we have to get you involved in that, Leaky too. And yeah, like I think we have one idea that we're looking at right now. And yeah, I really think it's a good idea. Like I said, we'll get you, well, once we get closer to the end of the season, we'll start talking to you guys about that privately. But yes, there are ideas. We'll leave it at that.
Yes, especially for season 8, I really, really want to do a cross-branded show because of the brands that we have, and they always collab in real life. So I want to really hit that nail in the coffin for the end of the season, going into season 9. Yes, there will be a season 9, by the way. Especially with the new pay-per-view model, we're definitely going to
Oh
get
no,
a
the
season
season
9.
9. Oh
No,
God.
here
Actually,
you go.
should we announce that thing about season 9 or what? Or that's about like technically about season 8 too. Or no, we leave that till later on in the season.
We could save that for later. For now.
Okay,
I don't
yeah, I don't
want.
want everybody to have a collective meltdown in the chat about this.
Yeah,
So
yes. I don't need that to happen right now. We'll talk about that later. All right. Also, this is an attire type question. Have you decided on what clothes parts for the wrestlers you want will fit their current character? So, like, how do you go about doing your attire
well,
expert?
okay, when it comes to like you're talking about like, street clothes, like it comes to, like segments stuff like that. Like most time it's not on CC nowadays because like on 24, 23, like Rich and Sweet, like they like it used to be like it used to be like going on like from game to game, like from the earliest game to the latest game, like a 19 stuff like that, but it doesn't anymore. So I just don't mess with it. That's like I absolutely have to. So I like I go on configurations like download straight tires for people. Cole does not though. You just use it in game for segments. People come out and like their trunks and stuff like that. They're just talking for like 10 minutes.
Hold on, I've been getting better. Okay, I've been actually making attires.
Roman Reigns in his red suit 2 years ago for payback, whatever it was. Good
Oh
lord.
man, yeah, remember, yeah. You remember Roman Reigns in the red suit? That was
Oh my
before the
god.
bloodline. Bloodline before the bloodline, huh?
Yeah. Solo's whole outfit.
Yes, they literally
But yeah,
just copied the whole flow, bro.
I was going CC for stuff, but like when it comes to like street clothes, I don't know. Like I try to like if somebody like let's say Cody Rhodes, like obviously I'll put him in a suit because he's Cody Rhodes, or like Ilya Dragunov, something like that, or like Gunther. But when it comes to like I don't know John Moxley, just put him like a shirt and jeans, and he'll be good. It's like yeah, just like don't put I don't know. Oh God, don't put Jay Uso in like I don't know, a turtleneck or something like that. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you
So
just gotta go with depending on the character structure, who it is for one. Look at it. Okay, if you're using the guy that's featured in real life, but they have a different character than what they're featured in real life. Look at
yeah,
what they wear on a weekly basis, and then base it off that, and base it off the current character that you have. It's not really that hard. Street clothes. People really complicate street clothes. I used to complicate street clothes. Like I had Roman Reigns go in a suit because he was a heel. Because I thought that was his thing.
all heels must wear
But
suits, by the way,
yeah,
all of them.
all heels just wore suits back then in my series. Don't do that. But I would like. Oh, Nick had a funny question. I would just base it on the current character structure that you have. Like I'm gonna give you an example. King is gonna, just this is for RH that's coming up. Kenny King's coming out in a t-shirt and some shorts. Spade face. He need to wear no doggone
He's a face. He's a heel.
was like a heel, I'm sorry. But he's coming out in t-shirts, shorts, and a king crown on RH this week. Something simple. I don't need him wearing a $500,000 suit because he's a heel. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's just some things to think about.
Yeah, look, obviously, like if it fits the character to wear a suit, then sure, wear a suit. But like, don't put it on just because you can.
Right. Don't do that because that just you're gonna get criticism like I did for years. J&W still has nightmares when he sees Roman Reigns in a red suit because he was
John Cena, I think he wore a suit one time on Raw.
Yes,
I think was it for the Karrion Kross match?
Yes, he did. Yeah, he wore a suit. He wore a suit.
Oh my god! Yeah, see, I let him do one segment on Raw, and look what, and I got John Cena and Roman Reigns in suits. On their both baby faces.
Both baby faces coming out in full blown suits, and then they were colorful, not just black suits. They were colorful.
Cena actually makes more sense because Cena's like his suits are insane sometimes. But Roman, I mean, I don't know. bright red suit for Roman Reigns was insane.
It was. So Dynamite got a question. What happened to Damian Miles, expert? Did Bro get lost or what happened?
He's on Dynamite. He had rather Dynamite in the draft. If you didn't watch draft post show Dynamite, it's your fault. Go watch it now. It's on the channel. Still live. Still probably still live. So long it was. Still live, most likely. But no, he's on Dynamite. Will you see him? I don't know. Will he get traded? I don't know. That's cool. He'll trade anybody. He'll trade anybody. I always don't trade anybody. I'll tell you right now behind the scenes.
So far,
trade with nobody at all.
It's original roster. The only roster that have changed.
Besides one trade. Shout out to my boy Nick. We love you. We appreciate you.
Besides
that, tight-lipped ROH.
Yeah,
behind the scenes. I can tell you that.
Tightwads. They say. But Damian Miles is a CTP season 8 exclusive character. I don't have that in any of the other series. So he is currently on Dynamite, and I don't know when he's going to be used. That's not my show. Okay. Don't ask me. You got to ask the other two people that booked that show. I don't know. They don't. Let me tell you something. You got a secret behind the scenes things. Anything AEW Dynamite related, unless it is marketed and it's on and is premiered on the show, I have no idea what's going on. No. Now I know. Now I know the pay-per-views that they have, but I don't know what's on them.
Oh, no way. Only people who know anything about Dynamite are me and Superkick.
That's it. Don't ask me. Now Collision.
And if we have him do a match, if we ever do a match something like that, JW does too. But that's like one match.
But that's about it. And now JW knows some things about RH because he does some matches sometimes, and he knows some things about Collision whenever he hops on that. Nick knows about Collision. Nick books RH with me, so he knows about that. But other than that, Collision wise, I only know what's given to me. I don't know. Don't ask me. But I can tell you about RH, but I'm not gonna do that because that's spoilers. Anyway. Let's see what else we got in the chats. Okay, somebody asking. I did say about anything, so people are asking me about our IRL WWE now. Nick said, "Why does Solo dress like a mafia boss every week?" I don't know. That's a good question, huh? Let's see what else we got here.
His suits don't fit him. He has no aura. Jacob Fatu better. That's my response.
Pretty much what he said. Jacob Fatu better. That's all I'm gonna say. Wait. Dynamite said Rhea Ripley Mania attire should have given you jail time. You remember the butterfly expert?
For as long as I live, I'll never forget the reaction in the watch party on Discord to that. It's been 4 years. I never forget that as long as I live. Never ever. The reaction to that, actually the whole takeover show, really, like the first half of that was something.
So many memories that I will never forget as long as I live. I will never ever forget that. As long as I do this stuff, I will never forget.
See, like the good ones are like awesome. Like the 4-way at Mania WWE Championship match, the reaction that the watch party was good, amazing. Jay White versus Walter, obviously in Takeover. But the ones that the negative ones are hilarious. Took me forever. The Rhea Ripley Mania attire, and what was it? Sasha and Bailey. Remember Bailey hit with 3 elbow drops at the top rope. She cut out like 2 or whatever.
And then I was preaching on commentary.
And then Kevin Owens everything versus the War Raiders that Takeover. That went like half an hour, 45 minutes.
Oh my god, man! There are so many things that y'all just don't know, man. Oh god, that was hilarious.
And then obviously when it comes to the positive ones, I think obviously the best one everybody knows obviously at this point I think is the Karrion Kross thing. Like that's still insane.
Why did I call it that? I don't even know. Wait, was it from?
It just stuck. It just stuck. I don't know. No, it was. Yeah, no. Because like, whoa, it's the Karrion Kross thing. It's the Karrion Kross thing.
Because it was played for 4 weeks, right? And then like I was like, I never forget. I didn't even have this desk at the time or anything that I'm sitting on. I was back then. I used to commentate in my bed. So this is how long ago it was. So I used to commentate in the bed. So I came home. I had these headphones on. This is what I commentated on. I still got these things. I commentated in these headphones, and expert had sent me he sent me the video or whatever, the YouTube video on Twitter. And I was like, okay, I'm going to commentate today. I had a really bad day from school. School was rough that day. Okay. That's the crazy part. So I said, you know what? I'm going to come home and just to better my mood, I'm going to commentate Vengeance. It was the best decision I ever made in my life. That was real raw emotion right there. That whole show, I was not faking it. That's how I felt.
Yeah, that was the
So
first show that you didn't produce anything at it, like on it at
no,
all.
I had no idea
Because
what was going on with that show. I was
yeah,
having
because
a
Cole was
blast the whole
on.
night.
Yeah, Cole's on vacation, so JW and I we did it like before he came back. Like the whole show, recorded it, edited it, all that stuff. JW did the opener and the main event. And I did the rest of the show, and I still think that's my favorite show that I've done. Honestly, I see a TVP. It's like still, it's been like 3 years, 4 years. I think it's still the favorite show I've done. It's that good, I think. Because like it's like
Absolutely.
6-7 matches, and like it goes by super quickly.
Super quickly. I love that show. I love the theme song was good. The promo package at the beginning was good. It just flowed very well. The main event was awesome. It was just a great show. Really just
Other
really just
matches, by the way, is on channel for in full, like on its own separate video. Check it
yes,
out.
that is
Cole
that
versus
is still
Gargano
there.
versus Balor.
Yes, please go check it out if I haven't already. So people are asking me when will Roman Reigns come back and whoop Solo Sikoa. I was gonna actually talk about this on my podcast that are exclusive for wrestling, but I guess I can answer here because I did say actually anything. I think that he's probably gonna come back at either SummerSlam or Survivor Series. That's my prediction.
Survivor Series. Wow, I gotta say, I gotta say SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I think it'd be sadly Cody and Solo for the title at SummerSlam.
Yeah,
And like Roman comes back, costs Solo the belt.
pretty much. That's how I think it's gonna happen. I think Solo's gonna come close to winning, and then you're gonna hear Roman Reigns' theme hit. I don't know if they're gonna change his song or not. People have been
They better not. They better not.
they might change his song. I hope they don't. But
Def Rebel, I will find you if you do. Money in the Bank, I don't think. I think it's too close to be Money in the Bank. Too close.
They need another month.
If anything at Money in the Bank, it'll probably be Jay or Jimmy. I think.
Yeah.
For Money in the Bank, because Jay's the Money in the Bank probably cost him the match.
Yeah. That's what I think. So good for Money in the Bank.
I think Survivor Series will be The Rock returns.
The Rock's gonna return at Survivor Series.
What's up, Desi around there? Yeah.
How are you doing, Desi D? Our new guy from My Mode SmackDown. He writes the show. Yay!
Oh, really? He writes the show. Wow! Shout out to Desi, huh? Moving up in the world.
Yeah, look, he got his little promotion. Got his own show now. DWO should have also been jail time.
Oh my god.
Hey, okay. I thought I was doing something. I told that story before about the Down in World Order. Okay, I thought I was doing something in my life.
Yeah, Damian Miles. He's had a few different rebrands since CTP. First you Dynamo the Jobber, then the DWO. He got a little bit of a push, and then back to Jobber. Then now Damian Miles. It went wrong for him for a little while. He was on, what was it? Oh my god, what was the show called? It was End of an Era, right? He was on End of an Era.
Yeah, End of an Era. Yeah.
Yeah. He had title match.
I'll never forget that crossover with JW. That's one of my favorite crossovers I've done.
Oh yeah, the DWO. He's on Worlds Collide, right? He beat both AOA, AOR champions in the Gauntlet match.
Yeah, remember Expert? They call it the AOA and the AOR.
Oh my god, what is the AOA and the AOR?
The AOA and the AOR. I would never forget that premiere chat. JW was.
Comment. It was a comment. It's still there. It's still there.
That is hilarious, bro. Oh my god.
That is true, actually. Hornet's right. He had one match. He lost one match CTP. He's like what? Tyler's like 4-1 CTP, I think. And he lost the Samson match. And Samson match, by the way, is very good. Check it out if you haven't already. You probably haven't. What was it? Fight Night. Oh my god, that's forever ago.
That is forever ago. Fight Night was over 2 years. That's almost 3 years ago. It was 2021. 2021.
Or JW.
I believe that was September or October of 2021.
Maybe no. September was. I remember September was the King of the Ring. I remember that was the all home show to King of the Ring. So that was probably like August.
Jeez, August 21. Yeah. I was in school.
Yeah. I remember it was one of those shows I edited. It was one of the Hammerstein shows. I remember I edited it. I don't remember editing it at all because I was like super sick. I was like, I'm gonna get the show done. I don't remember editing it at all. Genuinely, I don't remember editing it at all.
You were sick, and then I was going through my moment. I was like, how in the world I'm gonna keep doing YouTube in the dorm? But then I realized that I have my own room. So I was like, as long as I get my own room, I could do YouTube and so commentate. And you was like, okay, I'm gonna give you this show before you leave. And I was like, expert, you're sick as a dog. Please rest. He's like, no, I'm gonna give you this show before you leave.
I don't remember editing it. I don't remember what episode it was. I don't remember editing it at all. I think it was one with Rango
You
and Pat
literally
opening it.
edited the show. I commentated like about a week before I left my house.
I don't remember. I generally don't remember. The only thing I remember editing it, like I had this one image in my head of like the beginning of the show, because with the Hammerstein show, they did like the NXT chants at the beginning in 19. So like that's all I remember from the entire show. Like me editing it, I mean, is that like literally the opening image of the show. That's all I remember.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was
Kason
horribly.
asks, what is the next pay-per-view? Okay, so I can answer for season 8. That is ROH Big Bang and AEW Super Brawl. Universe Mode War, that's Anarchy Rules. And my mode is Backlash. And I believe, let me check. I gotta check the Raw one. They sent me the Raw one.
We're always doing that.
Hold on,
for the main series. It's Super Brawl for Dynamite and then Big Bang for ROH. I know what's coming first, canonically. I have no idea.
I think. Hold on. I thought we decided which coming first canonically. I thought Super Brawl was first.
I don't know. Maybe I can't remember. Doesn't matter to me.
Super Brawl is the Saturday in kayfabe, and then Big Bang's the Sunday. So Super Brawl's first, and
okay.
then Big Bang,
and then for June is for a Collision Battle Bowl. That's their first pay-per-view. That should be three pay-per-views in one weekend, technically. CQP canon.
That technically, yes.
Battle Bowl for Collision. Dynamite is going to be actually will be Beat Break. We changed it to Dynasty. Be Dynasty for Dynamite, and then I don't know what it is for ROH. I can't remember.
For June?
Yeah. I guess we're not doing TV anymore, so we can just stay home.
Glory by Honor.
Oh, okay. Well, yes, Hornet, you edited Fight Night, but I edited like the Raws before that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Yeah, Hornet edited Fight Night.
WWE 2K19 mods were the best. Yes,
don't get me started. Don't get me started. We'll be here all day. Don't do this to
me. Please don't do that.
I feel so old. I feel like an old man all the time when we're talking about 2K18.
I think you should invade Nick's show.
Well, I mean, one of us will be on WrestleMania in Chicago.
Yes,
I'll say that.
Yes, one of us will be there. It's very,
so whenever the show comes out, watch that.
Right there.
I mean, one of us will be there for Chicago.
For an invasion show to happen, it will have to be through the main series. Since that's the only thing that makes sense, because there's two completely different companies from what Nick's got going on. Because he does WWE content and we do AEW and RH. So the invasion will have to be through the main series only. I have done a collaboration show before with J&W. It was called Worlds Collide. Go watch it, by the way.
You should. Yes.
And it was very fun. I'm open to doing another one, but that just gonna depend on timing and.
I do think though the weirdest, like the most difficult thing would be the fact that we kind of use same guys that Nick does.
Yes.
And like our version of those guys are different than Nick's version of those guys.
Exactly. That's the only problem with doing a collaboration and invasion show with Nick is we use the same people. Yes, they're under a different umbrella, but it's kind of the same characters.
Yeah, like different characters, but like they're still the same people, basically. You know what I mean? Same wrestlers.
It's gonna be kind of difficult to do that. Now with J&W, I absolutely could do one again because Yeah,
because he's all calls. Yeah.
All calls. So I can.
And like we only have we have like what, maybe 4 of his calls from his show.
Yeah.
On our show.
Correct. So it'll be way easier to do it.
Yeah, and that's like what? Nate Shields, Dwayne Frost, Darren Charlton, and Lorenzo Sampson. Like Sampson is way different at CTP than he is in ACW. And that is for a reason. That's meant to be
completely different. You'll think that Sampson went off and found heaven in ACW.
Well, he found a reality show instead. I don't know.
Oh, maybe I don't know, man. Maybe I don't know. But that's a good question, Landon. That's to answer your question. It's just going to be very difficult to do something like that with Nick. Now, maybe if somebody else want to do it and their show is completely different than ours, then I'll be open to it. But Nick got some good stuff going on. I don't want to ruin whatever you got going on anyway. So, yeah, exactly. Especially with the new talent that J&W has for ACW. And I'm bringing in more new calls for our series too. They're going to probably, be somewhere. Well, working on details. But yeah, y'all got some good questions. See, this what happens. Maybe I should go live more in the afternoon, because maybe 1 o'clock a little too early on Saturday, apparently, because y'all coming in now at 3. Oh man. Let's see. Not Landon's pitching things to Nick. Well, so what we were talking about, expert? We were talking about the Hammerstein shows at first.
Yeah, we were talking about like yeah, how the Hammerstein shows happened. I was very sick for one of them. Don't remember editing it at all.
Mhm.
Like we're talking about Fight Night. Yeah, Samson versus Dyer. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, great match by the way.
Man, that was so
Sa-
long
uh,
ago.
yeah, and oh my god, and yeah, and then I remember Dyer defeated Darren on Raw because of Daniel Bryan getting involved. We set up the NXT feud with those two. I don't think we ever actually did like any type of Raw NXT SmackDown like thing at all, like ever. Because we usually try to keep like a try to keep like a strict brand split, but that was like a one-off thing.
Yeah, because a
We had to
lot of
do it.
stuff was going on, and the IRL, what they just kept colliding, and I felt like if you really want to have 3 true distinct brands, you got to have NXT be NXT, and that's what WWE wasn't doing at the time in real life. So that I really want to push that in the series, and Super Kick and JW at the time, whenever he was on it, did a very, very great job of doing that. JW got us a question as well. What is the long-term goal of the new format with the main series? I have an answer. I'm going to let Expert can answer too, with that one, because we talked about the reasons why we did it, and I want him to go over some of them too.
You want me to go first? All right, fine.
Yeah, go ahead first, because I know I'm going to dribble. So just go.
I think my long-term goal with it is to like. I'd say my long-term goal with like the new format with the main series is I have to get stuff out quicker. It's probably like the main thing, because like I think we take way too long on stuff, and like it's just been a pet peeve of mine for a while. Like I obviously understand, take time, the product to be worth it. I get that, but like when you take like what we take, like how long we take on Mania, like 11 months, I
11
think something
months.
like that,
It was
10 months.
almost. It was Mania was announced that January of 2023,
3
and we didn't get it out until what, November?
November, yeah,
Yeah,
November,
so like
and
11
then
months.
like smack bang in the middle of that was Takeover London. They came out in like
Yeah.
July.
It
Yeah,
came
so
out.
next year will be the universe, and then
Actually,
next
the
year.
1-year anniversary is next week, I think.
Yeah, I said next month. I said next year, next month. So yeah, like I think getting stuff out quicker is like the main thing for me, as well as like there's so many things like I really want to get to for Dynamite, like I'm really excited for. Like
Mhm.
I really want you guys to see, and like I don't want to have you guys waiting for another 3 years for like it did last season, because like yeah, we took almost 4 years to get to what SummerSlam,
Yeah, 4 years, almost 4 years.
which is what 3 years, yeah, which is
Yeah, 3
insane.
years. That is insane. And picking back off of that is another thing is we are getting older, and
Oh,
time's not waiting for nobody. And as the older you get, life things happen, and you get busy, and content creating could become a back burner. And I want to get these ideas that we've been having out for years out there to the public, before we physically can't do it anymore. So that was the biggest reason why the long-term goal is to get more stuff out. I want to be like how I was in 2020, uploading that year alone I had 145 videos uploaded. I've not had that output since. I want that again. I want to be like, okay, we made this, we did that this month, that month. Y'all always getting something every month, you know. Look at June. You guys got 2 interviews. That was it. That's not that's not the purpose of the channel, is to just keep doing interviews. No, the purpose of the channel is to give you guys universe mode content. That's what you're here for. And that's what I want to deliver, you know? And the way to do that is to go with a new format, you know? They want to showcase some things. I want to showcase you guys some stuff for RH. I think Collision's got some great stuff coming up. And I think y'all are going to be like, okay, that's interesting. But in order for us to get there, you got to get through the shows. And that's the problem. And the shows take a lot of time. And we don't have that time anymore to sit down and produce these shows like we want to, and with the standard that we built the last 5 years. So change needs to happen. And that is what we're going to get, change. The long-term goal is to keep you all entertained. That's it. You know, I'm not asking for no money. I'm not asking for all that. No, I've never asked y'all for money ever. Because this YouTube was never a financial thing. This is what's going on this email I got. Oh, you're just money hungry. That's why you're doing the new form. No. If I was money hungry, then I wouldn't care about quality. I would just automatically just upload RH right now.
Wow, that or we could do that. We could switch the whole channel up. I put Jacob Fatu on SmackDown for a year, and this is what happened.
I could do Universal Simulations every week. Have one out every day. I put Roman Reigns in AEW for a year.
We got some work for you. But no, we love.
I was money hungry. What if Roman Reigns goes to AEW? I do that every week.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Have a whole series on it. If I was,
I didn't say it. Hungry. I didn't say it. Gresh, I didn't say it. He's your employee. I didn't say anything, Gresh.
No. I no. Gresh knows my stance on this. We talked about this multiple times. He's fine. But he knows that I'm not, because he knows I'm not in it for the money. No, Gresh is different. Gresh has that's his company. That's his business. Okay, we're not there yet. This is becoming a business. This ain't no business. I don't have an LLC. I don't have an LLC on this yet. I don't have a full name for this yet. For all this. Okay. That's being money hungry. What I mean by money hungry is I'm not saying those creators are bad for doing that. That's just smart business, because a part of YouTube pays their bills. Let me tell y'all something. A part of YouTube don't pay nothing that I got going on. I have other things that I got going on that pays my bills. That pays my car note, my insurance. That pays for my college. YouTube does not do that. Other stuff I do does that. In tech. Okay. So let me get that out there for that email that said that I'm money hungry. Never was. Because I promise you, if I was, I would be streaming every day and be begging y'all for money. Well, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna keep that to myself. I know some people that do that. I don't do that. I'm here to entertain y'all. Yes, the extra coins I make is great. I appreciate the people that are channel members. I appreciate the people that give me money every month for the channel. But you're not obligated to do that. All I ask you to do is hit that like button, subscribe, and share. That's $0. You ain't gotta pay me a penny for that. If you want to become a channel member, you can. I don't beg you to do it, because I don't need you to be one. I don't. Because I know at the end of the month, I'm still gonna be fed. I'm still gonna be clothed. Okay? And the hygiene stays good over here. I ain't worried about nothing. Okay? So I'm gonna just say my
now. Me, on the other hand, please join channel membership now. Please, $1.99 a month. Please join. I have six kids I need to feed. I have 15 cats. Please join now. Please, I beg of you. Please join now.
Oh man, you just hilarious, man. But I just wanted to get that out there, because dude said that we were money hungry and I couldn't pay my people. That's a lie. Okay.
Well, now hold on. Wait a minute.
Hold on
now.
I just paid both Expert and Superkick about 2 weeks ago, and they're getting more money next week. So don't say that I don't pay my people. I do. Okay. They get what they rightfully earn. Okay.
Well, you take a little more, you know. I mean, I take a little more.
We don't do what's trending here. I never did that.
Well, besides
I
thumbnails,
build
the thumbnail's
uh,
good. Thumbnail's good.
thumbnails. That's just marketing. That's simple
I mean,
marketing. I
look
work
what
for
did for ROH. Look at the views for ROH episode 1. What the world's this?
But what I mean by trending is if I want to still do what's trending, CTP would still be a WWE series right now. You want to know why? Because the WWE series, they get the most views on YouTube. If I was really money hungry, I'll be a WWE series right now, primarily. If I was all about the money. But I ain't. That's why we got AEW and RH. And you know what's funny part is those videos are doing much better than some of the Raws and SmackDowns and NXTs we used to upload a few
Oh
months
my
ago.
god. Yeah, I was looking back at the like a while ago, looking back at like some of the old videos like Raw, NXT, SmackDown we did. I remember back in the day we were celebrating like, oh my god, we got this many views. And now like I look back and I'm like, what is this? Right, like Raw get like 300 views a week. Like hello, what kind of views are these? And now it's like Dynamite, the episode of Dynamite has like 800 views. ROH has like almost 1,000 views right now. The draft has 2,000 views. Video 29 explaining the draft has 1,000 views for some reason.
I don't know why.
Collision has 600 views. So Dynamite does too. It's a new Dynamite episode. Like it's insane. Like compared to like how we were doing like 3 years ago, like when Merce and all of them were still around. Like now that like I don't think it's because they're gone. That's what I'm saying. I think like when we, like people talk about like the peak of universe mode creation, like you think like, oh, we're getting a bunch of views because they were. No, not at all. Not at all. Not even close.
Not even close. And pick it back off of what JW said. My mode was made for the WWE audience that wanted to stay here. Okay, I pitched my mode to be because of I wanted something that had mode like elements that nobody else was doing on YouTube. That's why my mode exists. My mode is completely different from a regular CTP series formatted series. It has universe mode elements like the match production, the entrances, commentary. But it also has some GMO things like you'll see trades live on the videos. You'll see ratings being matter from the game. You'll see that pop up because some of those matches that are booked on my mode and played out, they're booked in the GM mode itself. And the results come out of that mode. It's very more time consuming than most people think, but it's not a primarily like the CTP universe mode. Not even close. Not even close.
Yeah,
it's fun
like,
though.
Kind of does,
I love it. Yeah.
So like the only person that kind of does that on YouTube now, like the way kind of you do it in my mode is like Plus. That's like really it.
That's it. That's
Plus.
It. And that's why I want to do it. You know, I'm not. It's not gonna be like Plus. Absolutely not. But I want to do something. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, because I'll see him say like I've heard like, oh, this guy signed like a 5-year deal with Mayhem or whatever, something like that. Right. And like, yeah, I think that's a really cool idea. I don't know if I'll ever do that. But yeah, like I think it's cool seeing stuff like that, like kind of sports based aspects to it.
Yeah, and no, JW, you're good. I just wanted to address it because I know somebody was going to probably ask that in the email, so I want to address it here on live stream, so I don't get that email later on today about my mode. You're fine, but I just wanted to address it for those who are going to question it, because somebody's going to question my statement that, oh, but you still have my mode here, Cole, with Raw and SmackDown. It's probably the same thing. No, it's not. No, it's not. I already told Desi.
By the way, AEW gets more views than Raw SmackDown do for my mode. Just want to say that.
Exactly. It's not. It's not. My mode has its audience. Dynamite has its audience. RH has its audience, and Collision has its audience. And Universe Mode War has its audience too. I was very impressed at the Great American Bash's views for how long that show took. It has an audience. People like what they like, and that's the entire point of this channel is to get stuff out. That's why we got the new format. We wasn't getting stuff out, and we were becoming frustrated. I was becoming frustrated at that.
Because like if you look back at like the channels, like you go to the VO7 channel, you see like the premiere Dynamite was 5 months ago. 5 months ago.
5 months.
RH was 4 months ago.
4 months ago.
Rampage was 4 months ago. That was pretty close because Rampage is pretty easy to do. Collision was 2 months ago. Dynamite was last month. So yeah, like you see, there's definitely a big disparity on that front when it comes to videos. And then the draft was 7 months ago. 7 months ago with the draft.
So put that into context. Draft was 7 months ago, right? And we're not even.
The draft was in December.
In December, we're almost. July is Monday. We're not even through a month of TV yet, and the draft was in December. That's a problem. That's a problem. And I'm not blaming it on anybody that's in this crew. Part of that blame is on me too, because I didn't manage my time well last semester, like I was supposed to. I'm not blaming them. I'm just talking overall. Something had to be done. It's a problem. How is it 7 months? And we have 2 episodes of Dynamite out and 1 of RH and Collision in 7 months, y'all. 7 months? You can't say, well, 2K24, you're waiting on that game. 2K24 been out since March. It's almost July. That's 7 months of. Imagine of all the stuff you could be seeing in 7 months that we did not show you guys. That's a problem.
Yeah, like right now, 7 months we could have been. Again, I remember the papers are for Collision in ROH. So I'd say like for Dynamite, we could have been at Full Gear, which is in November. We could have been, or All Out at least.
All Out, yeah.
And we're still at Super Brawl.
We're still at Super Brawl. We haven't even got there yet. That's the problem. That is why we have a change. And again, I talked about this earlier before some of y'all joined. You could leave if you want to, because I know a lot of people came here for Dynamite, Collision, and RH weekly shows, and that's not going to happen anymore after Big Bang and Super Brawl. You can leave. I don't mind that. Go ahead. The door is right there. I don't care. I don't. Okay. At the end of the day, this decision will not please everybody, and I'm okay with that. It's not to please everybody. It's for our sanity. It's for our physical and mental health. That's why this is being made.
And by the way, if you want to see a good example of getting shows out, back to back pay-per-views, I mean, look at WrestleMania. Both nights of WrestleMania, they went right into the draft. Literally a week later was the draft. And look how well that went.
Nearly
views wise,
views,
production wise, it was great. Like it was great working on the draft. Honestly, like I loved working on the draft. That was great. I think probably like the most fun I've had on working on the CTP pay-per-view, at least since like King of the Ring, I think, was try the draft. Yeah.
And that's what I care about. I care about them having fun. Okay. That's why it's not about the money. It's about making sure they're having fun because they're volunteering their time every single day. One of these people have a kid. They have a child. And he's still volunteering his time every single week to do something with this. With a child and a job that he's working 12 hours. I'm trying to make sure that they're still having fun doing this.
Thanks, JW. It's not JW. It's not JW. But thanks, JW. For your 5 kids and all that stuff. Thank you for helping us out. and your hot dogs stand, it means a lot.
The hot dog stand. If you know from the Hot Tag Podcast. But
listen to him.
Listen to him, please. That is the moral of the story with that, man. That's the moral of the story. Long as they're still having fun and I'm having fun, then people gonna come. They're gonna come eventually. See, folks gonna buy in like they always do. If you deliver quality content and you market it right, you can be successful. Look at J&W's TNA. It started off rocky at first, but what he did. I'm not saying that it didn't start off rocky like because of the production. No, the shows were good. Started off rocky. It took a long time for his audience to accept that. But you know what he did? He just kept putting it out there, kept putting it out there, kept marketing it, kept kept making it. And look at his previous pay-per-view. Look how good it did. Okay. Yeah, production was kind of rocky at first too. Not every show's perfect. You're not gonna make every show perfect. We had commentary issues at first. Our chemistry wasn't there at the beginning. We were all over the place. But you know what we did? We just kept doing it, kept going at it, figured out each other's calling, figured out each other's motions. And now look at TNA now. People have bought in. That's what's gonna happen with the pay-per-view model. People gonna buy in. Eventually they will. They always do. They always do. When you deliver quality on your YouTube channel, eventually folks gonna buy in. The problem with a lot of people these days, they give up. They quit. They quit when they get tough. They don't keep doing it when they don't get the results they want to get. That's why people not being successful at YouTube these days, starting a channel from scratch. Y'all expect to hit every video. All it takes is one video, one live stream, one idea to kickstart your whole channel. Just one.
If you don't believe me, you can ask me.
I was gonna say, look at Expert. Yeah. If you don't believe what I say, look at Expert.
That WrestleMania highlights video, by the way, still fantastic. Thank you guys for that support. The WrestleMania highlights video and the Raw after WrestleMania, insane. I appreciate it a lot. Still,
exactly. Just takes one. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. That's all you need. All right, Hornet Action. I'm done for my little ranting. I know. Like I said, that's why I told Expert to go first because the emails were getting on my nerves this week. That's why I had to do this live stream. What other streams you plan on doing for this channel outside of this? So I told you guys earlier, I want to start doing more streams. Me and Experts, not say experts, Jesus. We're going to be doing a behind the scenes video for live stream for WrestleMania. So WWE's doing their behind the curtain. I guess we're going to do ours. It's going to be live stream formatted. We're going to talk about the original WrestleMania cards, the story of every match, how everything came together, some decisions that were made that we still question to this day. They're still getting on me about that. That one match. We'll talk about all that in a live stream. That's gonna be a live stream. I don't know. I'm still thinking about some live stream ideas. I mean, what do you guys want us to see? You guys want to bring back the stories that we used to do? I mean, he was telling stories in this video. So, I mean, this stream itself. So, I mean, we could probably bring that series back to tell a few season 7 stories. I don't know. Whatever y'all want to see, just let me know what y'all want to see for like, live stream wise, because I don't mind doing whatever y'all want us to do here. So that's my answer. Anything you got?
Yeah, I'm looking through like the WrestleMania stuff now, like the Discord channel we used to have, because like we deleted all the old CGP like Raw, NXT, SmackDown stuff because it's just easier to do it. Going into Collision, ROH, and Dynamite. It was just like it's nuts how quickly things change for some of these things.
Wild. It's a wild process. Keep in mind, we thought that was going to be a late 2024. I'm sorry, early 2024.
Wait, hold on. Oh my God. Hold on. I have found the original CTP WrestleMania card. I found it. This is one that we actually, like, all of us sat down and did together.
Oh boy.
Like all of us at the time, like everybody booked NXT, SmackDown, and Raw. Like literally everybody sat down and got a Discord call and made it. I don't know if I'm gonna say it now or not. You want to wait?
I want to wait.
But I want
to do that stream. Save that.
All right, I have found it.
But yeah, I wanted to answer your questions. There's gonna be like, some stuff like this where we're just gonna sit down and talk, have a discussion, do that video right there, pull back the curtain on that one. Maybe, we can talk about, once some trades go in for season 8, we can talk about some of those trades that we did. That could be a live stream as well. And I'm planning on bringing back the panels that we used to do for the pay-per-views. I might bring those back. So we can have some predictions and break down some stories since we're not doing any what per se weekly shows anymore. We could probably bring the panels back, bring some creators on here, maybe try to get like a Dylan, a J&W expert, Super Kick, Desi, bring some people on here, Dino Man, and they can talk about the pay-per-views that we have lined up for season 8, give their predictions on there and who they think's going to win, etc. And that could probably maybe premiere before the show goes live on YouTube and bring that back like we used to do, since we don't have to make any weekly TV anymore. That can be some video ideas that I've been floating around, bringing back the panels and stuff. Let's see what we got. Here's a funny one. Okay, so between the two of you, what is your favorite or funniest moment on the commentary? I'm gonna go first with this one. I think my favorite moment with Expert was the Charlotte Flair stuff. Whenever he first did the Charlotte Flair stuff, that was the moments that I used to bust out laughing on commentary. There's another one too, where he was talking about the fan, like the audience in the crowd for the show. He was calling them fat, out of shape people. That was funny. Oh my god, there's so many, man. Like he's hilarious. Expert, you got any for me?
Oh my god. Geez, there's probably some things from Dynamite. There probably was. Oh my god. Yeah, no, there's been like a bunch of stuff. It's like right now.
Wasn't there one that we almost got canceled for?
Oh yeah, I had to edit it out of WrestleMania during the Gauntlet match for the tag titles.
Oh,
I can't even say it.
I remember that one.
Oh my god. Yeah. So I guess that one's probably up there. Yeah. Like with each other. Oh man, I'd probably say anything involving Darren Tarleton. For some reason, Cole just hates him. So anything involving Darren, whenever he's wrestling or seen on the show at all.
Yeah, because I'm
just automatically goes into op mode.
Because I'm the heel now, and Super Kick loves when I talk.
Yeah, I think unfortunately,
someone told me to make a make a shirt called Number One Darren Hater and just put my face on it.
Oh my god, good lord, that would be insane,
funny, man. Yeah,
Jordan 11s. Yeah, I should make up something for that. No, Jordan.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious, bro.
I think. Oh geez, yeah, I don't know. There's been so many of them. Probably the main event of night one, the Finn Balor carrying cross match at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah. I was so passionate in that match. We were so tired, but we still made it work.
Oh my god, no! The main event of the draft. Well, okay, I was calling the draft, and then the watch party of the main event of the draft. The Hangman and Big E for the NXT title.
Oh god,
both of them are incredible. I did record it. I have it. I have the audio file. I do have it. I haven't.
Oh my god! If y'all can see Super Kick's reaction to that freaking match,
they've been asking me to do it for 7 months now. I haven't done it.
Yes, it is absolutely hilarious. We gotta make sure we do those watch parties again for the season 8 shows.
Super Brawl.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta do. We
gotta do Brawl. Big Bang.
Yeah. It's great. It's great.
I'm like, yeah, that's another one. Yeah, it wasn't just CTP. Nick's channel when we did was Okada versus Cena at No Mercy.
Yeah,
that was great too. Yeah.
Oh man, God, that was hilarious. Like genuinely, like those moments are hilarious for sure. But most definitely we're gonna bring back the watch parties for the shows. Because like I said, since we're not producing weekly TV no more, we can do those extra ideas that we've been having for the series. We can do it now since we're only making pay-per-views now. So like I said, there's a benefit to not going weekly no more because now I could do other stuff. So that's why I like I said, everything was gonna work out.
When you guys see this card for well, Super Brawl is amazing. The card for that show is
Oh yeah,
amazing. The
yeah,
full
just
card. But when you
from the back.
see the pay-per-view after that, you're like, how does it get better? It gets better. Trust me. Somehow it gets
Just,
better.
I mean, yeah, these shows just keep building upon each other. I seen especially the one after the first Collision show, and I seen the one that he's gonna do after that. It's just more insane. Like I'm like, how did we go from 0 to 100 real quick? Like what Super Brawl
Yeah.
had this, and now I'm looking at this. I'm like,
And honestly, I'll say like I think this season, I think is probably the best like all around rosters in CTP history. Because I feel like I think Dynamite. I think the problem we had when it comes to like Dynamite rosters. I think we went too top heavy in the draft. I think we went between top guys. I think we should have got more mid carders. But I think ROH and Collision, especially, like I think they kind of nailed it. Their rosters, top to bottom.
Honestly, I was like really, really nervous about the draft when I did it because I was like, previously with me creating rosters, it was always uneven, and I was like, I cannot make that mistake.
And remember last season it was like pretty obviously like you had Raw and then NXT and then SmackDown.
SmackDown was just
and honestly like when we do like because we do like a shoot draft, folks. We do one like actually like in Discord like actually people like we pick people like like for real. It's like an actual draft and just like kayfabe one. And we turn it into a kayfabe one for the show.
Yeah.
But like when Cole was like, all right, my first two picks are what was it? The Rascals and another faction is like a mid-card faction. It's like, oh no, we got another SmackDown. And like as we went on, I was like, okay, wait a minute, hold on.
They were nervous at first, but I say trust the process.
Because our first two picks were what? The Elite and the Dragon Dojo, and then Collision
ate them up.
then Collision was what? Like the Bloodline and somebody else. Yeah, somebody else big. And then Cole was like, all right, I want the Rascals, pick number 1. I was like, oh no, not this again. But no, it turned out very well.
Yeah, good. I know it turned out very well because Dynamite has been begging for some of my people in trades.
All right,
they've been wanting them. Question for question, I can't say names. Question for question, I'm like, we'll think about it.
No, he won't. He's lying. He just says no immediately. Okay, I found it. Never mind. So
I mean, but some of the people I already had plans for. Okay, I can't change.
So Dynamite we drafted first for shoot the Elite and Dragon Dojo. A time with Rampage, we changed the Collision obviously because Rampage sucks now. It was Banish. It wasn't the Bloodline. It was Banish and Drew McIntyre. And then Cole said, "I want the Rascals and Kenny King first." I was like, "Oh my god, no!" Like, what are you doing?
I remember everybody was like, "What?" And I was like,
"Yeah, no, I like because like I remember like I knew exactly who Cole's gonna pick first. I was like, he's gonna pick Jay White and Karrion Kross first, like for sure. Because you talked about it for a while, like all right, like because we knew like that's who you wanted. And it's like first pick, I want the Rascals. Like what? The Rascals.
I already because I had a feeling that Super Kick was gonna want the Rascals and Kenny King on his show for Dynamite, and I was like, no, I need them for RH. These guys are a center part of RH for this season. I need them. So I was like, I was not gonna be waiting till 5 and 6, 7 and 8 because I know Leaky, he loves the Rascals. He absolutely adores them. And Super Kick loves Kenny King. Like I like Kenny King, so I had to get him because I just knew that the other brands were just waiting for them. Like nope.
Yeah, first and like I think another cool thing about the draft we did for season 8 was like we didn't know how Leaky was gonna draft. Like we know his drafting style at all. Right. Because like season 7 because we had to do it twice. So you've heard about that before. We had to do it twice. Like we figured out by second time I would say like who we were gonna draft, like how their drafting style was. But Leaky, we had no idea because we hadn't drafted with him before. So like it's very interesting, kind of trying to figure it out as we went along. I think it was really cool. I think it went very well. Then it wasn't nearly as long as the season 7 draft. Season 7 draft was like 12 hours behind the scenes. For the first one, the season 8 draft was like 3 hours.
It was so long that poor JW had got food. He had ate and everything. He had went out that day, ate, came back. We were still drafting.
Yeah, so yeah, the difference in drafts from season 7 to season 8 was very pleasant to say the least.
I got there. I did my little spill. We started, and we were done in like an hour and a half. I was proud of us.
Well, no, it was like 2 or 3 hours.
But Twitter, you know, it was still decent timing.
It was like an hour of each section, yeah.
At least when we finished, I had sunlight outside. That was the major difference, okay? Because when I finished season 7, when it was dark.
Yeah,
Like, what?
yeah.
Dark outside. It was.
See, now I know what we're talking about anymore. Okay,
Anyway,
answer Desi's question.
Desi has a question. we have ignored his question for like 10 minutes. What storyline you created that was your personal favorite?
Oh,
I can't say.
For CTP, I would say probably so far I'd go with either Jay White, I think, as their kind of champion, like the Aiden English stuff with him and all that was, I think, incredible. And that's like a week thing. I know what to do every week. Like I'd figure out something every week to like make it more and more absurd as we went along. So yeah, so it was probably Jay White to CTP alone, like I said. Jay White or probably the Elite stuff right now. I like it a lot. So just CTP alone, Jay White and the Elite.
I would say, from what I've done is like probably the King Dar stuff. Getting that over in NXT back then. Roman Reigns too. Seth Rollins, some of their stories that I made, they were pretty good. And the Bailey heel turn. But those are not my favorites right now. There's some season 8 ones that I can't talk about that is going to be definingly like some of the best TV I've ever written is coming up in the next
Okay.
2 months. 2 months.
I can kind of say it right now because like it's currently happening. Like as they're talking about it, like, it's currently happening. But like, I think as it goes along in the season, like you'll be surprised at how it goes. I guess because I mean I kind of say a little bit of it. It's probably the CM Punk thing we got going on right now in Dynamite. CM Punk being a old, washed up loser. I think I like where we're gonna take that a lot.
I am loving that story so much.
Yeah, because like that wasn't like what happened. Dynamite wasn't originally the plan at all. Like Ricky Starks turning heel, and then the Hobbs thing. I told Cole about that after we did commentary. But yeah, that wasn't the plan for that storyline at all. And like we changed up exactly like where it's gonna go like completely. So I'm very happy with where we're going now with the Punk stuff. I can't wait for you guys to see that play out.
Yeah, Nick said Punk getting whooped week in and week out. I know.
Yeah, because like I think because like me, I was probably my favorite wrestler of all time is CM Punk. So you probably expect me to have him be booking him like just booking him to be a loser, just the worst. But yeah, I think it's very fun, very very fun where he's going right now, like where we're gonna take him and all that stuff. So by the end of the season, how do we get from this to this? Like you'll see what I mean. I mean, it makes sense obviously, but like you'll be like, wow, what a turnaround for old Phil. I'll leave it there because I say anything else, I'll probably spoil it. So I'm just gonna leave it there.
Yeah. This has been, oh my God, it's been a 2-hour stream. God dang, we still going? Oh God.
People are still here, so hey, I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Let me see. I need to get some food soon because I haven't ate since in the morning. Y'all got any more questions? We're gonna take a few more questions and then we're gonna call it a stream. Because I need food and I don't want to sit here and smack and eat on camera for y'all. I think that would be a little awkward. So any more questions you guys got? It could be about anything. I've enjoyed this. This was much needed. A much needed venting session to get that little stuff out the way from this week's announcements and stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much the update on everything. That's how we doing. And all that fun little jizzle things. But I'm really excited to see how that CM Punk story is going to play out for real though. That's one of the things I'm really excited for Dynamite and the main event scene.
Yeah, there's no possible way you could predict where the Punk stuff goes, like at all. There's no way. I think what the Elite stuff. I think after the next episode of Dynamite, you might be able to kind of break where it goes like after the next Dynamite. After that, after how next show goes. Maybe, but we'll see with the Elite. But actually, episode 2's ending. Maybe I don't know because remember Danielson attacked Balor on the stage, hit him with the Busaiku knee, and AJ just stood there watching in the ring. So I mean, hey, you know, tension in the Elite between Finn Balor and AJ Styles. Maybe you kind of have an inkling of where that's going. Maybe not.
There you go. So I'm like I said, I'm really, really excited about it. It's gonna be great. Great things are loading, baby. Oof. What a day. What a day it has been. I can't believe it's almost over. This is how you feel whenever you be not doing nothing half the day on the weekends. Just be like, dang, the day's almost over.
Yeah, I feel awful. I had to walk after this in the rain.
Oh, y'all got
Yeah.
rain right now? Oh God.
Oh, it was. I think we're good now, actually. Thankfully, but
we have a heat advisory. Excessive heat warning.
wow, that was me last week. Yeah, it was awful. It was like 100 degrees. That was gonna burn out.
We're not. It's 93 now. It feels like 110 outside. So
93. I wish. Oh,
what is it? What
like 75.
What does it feel like? 75.
I think
wish.
Let me see.
You want this heat?
Yeah, so I had to get tan.
Oh my God.
It feels like 78, but 75.
Come take it, bro.
I had it last week. You can have it now. You can feel my pain. Felt like I was in Texas. It was awful.
Oh, not too much on Texas now.
Well, you know, I mean, they suck. So, but yeah, I think Dynamite can be very fun. Collision is looking very strong. ROH. I think the first episode for premiere was well, not the kind of premiere you want. I think personally, but I think the rest of the episodes, it's something like episode 2, they kind of got it handled. So I'm interested to see where the stuff goes with ROH, with going into Big Bang and all that.
Dang,
yeah, Super Brawl, it's looking good. Episode 3 of Dynamite's like already recorded and edited. I had to like wait for my portion of it anyway is done. I'm waiting for JW and Superkick stuff to get to me and they can put that together really. Episode 4 is written just again about actually recording it, but it's not a very long show at all. Luckily for a go home show, and then I guess a really compact show. Episode 4 is really the opposite of episode 3. Episode 3 has like 15 things on it. Episode 4 has like not even close to this. So yeah, episode 4 is looking very good. Episode 3 is done basically. Dynamite. Super Brawl, a couple matches. I think I already recorded for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're getting ready to move on to new era CTP here, and I can't wait.
Me too. I'm very, very excited about it. It's going to be fun. And it's just got to get through these last RHs and stuff. But it's not that bad. They're not that long. I mean, the Collision episode 2 is not even that long neither. It flows pretty well. So,
I know Leaky wrote a bunch of stuff for Collision, which unfortunately is probably something that you won't be able to see.
Yeah, that 5 and 6 that we read the other day. I mean, a couple months ago. Oof.
But yeah, I like Collision again, looking very strong. I like the first episode a lot. Collision, I thought it was pretty good. Episode 2 is looking pretty good as well. So yeah, episode 3 and 4, obviously, you guys can see those. Like I obviously like 3 and 4 for ROH and Dynamite are different than they are for episode 3 and 4 of Collision. Collision is still building to Better Bowl. They have like 8 weeks of build, whereas in ROH and Dynamite we have 4 for Super Brawl and Big Bang. It's like our stuff is definitely more like when we get to episode 4, last episode of Dynamite, they'll be like, okay, like I mean, like you get the conclusion of this stuff at Super Brawl, or you get the conclusion of stuff at Big Bang, whereas Collision is still kind of like in the building stages to their show. So you won't really be able to see the whole build to Better Bowl, unfortunately, but no.
Yeah, things happen for a reason. But I have been texted about how I have to do something off the stream. So it has been a pleasure for you guys. Thank y'all for joining me today on this live stream. Thank you to Expert for hopping on later on. As we were like almost an hour in before we hopped on, but thank you for coming on, man. It was always a pleasure hearing you talk and give you insight and stuff. Thank y'all for the questions. Y'all killed the questions the last 40 minutes of the stream. So I really, really appreciate that. Hope you guys got your questions and concerns answered. And like I said, like he said earlier, we're in the updates with RH. RH is almost done. Collision's almost done for the week as well. We I have Anarchy Rules finished. I need to edit. I'm going to commentate that. You should see that very soon, between July 1st to the 5th. And then you're going to get the first My Mode of the revamp. That's going to be coming out probably July as well. And we're going to get through the rest of these RHs, get through the rest of these collisions. He said none of my episode 3 is almost done. And yeah, so you're going to be getting content very, very soon. And I'm very, very excited for that. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel down below, follow my social medias. You can follow me on Instagram at ColeTrain2018. Follow my Twitter, not the broken one, the suspended one. Don't follow that one. Follow the brand new Twitter, CTP_2025. We're almost to 500, or X or whatever. We're almost to 500 followers on Twitter. Somehow, I don't know why, but people like follow me on Twitter. So or X, whatever y'all call it. So thank y'all for that. You can find me on Snapchat, ColeTrain2017, if y'all want to find me on Snapchat. No, Snapchat's not a popular app no more. Discord, we have the Coltrane Productions Discord. That will be linked in the pinned comment. And you have my Coltrane CTP Discord. Y'all want to privately DM me on Discord. You got to ask me a question, or you got something you want some advice, or whatever that might be. But that's it from me. I'm going to get some food. I'm going to talk to him a little bit about some behind the scenes things. And we will see you guys in the next live stream. The next time we're going to be together, probably for RH, and then that live stream talking about WrestleMania stories. And we'll give you guys the original WrestleMania card, some changes, behind the scenes, fun things for the show, how we got the guests and all that fun stuff will be in that live stream. So live streams are back. There'll be consistently more live streams in the future. Very, very excited. Be phenomenal, be forgotten, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. You got anything else?
Well, follow me on Twitter, X at WatchExpert, if you want all the uniform updates. On YouTube, Really Active right now up for Evolution 2. Should be up for around 2-3 weeks or so. Cole and I will be doing actually I would say an hour, but probably an hour and a half. Because how long we yap. Before Evolution 2 premieres live, we'll be doing a pre-show panel, going over every match on the show, giving our predictions for it, and all this stuff. And yeah, SummerSlam's getting edited next week, or starting our editing process next week. Raw's scripted, SmackDown scripted, and being recorded. ECW scripted, I've heard. Superkick tell me. Recording should be getting soon on ECW. From what I've been told. So yeah, everything coming up soon for my channel, Cole channel as well. So I hope you guys can come along for the ride for both of our journeys this year. Hopefully, the second half of the year we can make it into a big one for CTP and the Watch Expert conglomerate, I guess, or our respective dynasties, if you will. And we're talking about the Lakers. I guess I'd be Lakers. He's the Bulls. Well, actually, you're more like the Celtics, if I'm being honest.
More Celtics.
Yeah, I could use Celtics.
Okay.
The Timberwolves.
No, don't go that far now. I ain't that bad. Anyway, but yeah, I'll be on his channel for that. I'm looking forward to that. Y'all check out Evolution 2. Y'all won't pay that $2. Go pay that $2. Watch it. I know it's gonna be great. See, I'm in my savings era, so I can't really.
Plus
he get paid about almost $30 every 2 weeks, sometimes every 2 weeks. So he get money from me anyway. So anyway, that'll be that's my spill on why I'm not paying the $2. But y'all go watch it though. But I'll be in the premiere chat when it go live though. I'll be there. In my savings era. But yeah, that's all we got. See y'all in the next live stream. Peace out.